Yeah, I said that, yeah. Yeah. I'm home. Right now. You're just gonna have to give me at least an hour, but I can call you shortly after that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Okay. Well, I'm running late right now. Oh, I mean, um, phew. Wait. Okay. And oh man. It ain't one thing, it's another. Phew. Hey y'all. Sorry. Whew, what a day. Right? How's everybody doing? Good, I hope. Let me put some earbuds in quick. I'm so sorry about that. It's always like last minute. I laid down to take a nap and I set an alarm and bam! I woke up, still had a blonde wig on my head. What am I doing? Okay, Bluetooth. I'm sorry. I feel so terrible. Put that over here. Good night. I've got so much stuff going on. I've been wanting to do this for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days now. Really. And I think I'm going to start maybe at least, half hour or so every night. My eyes feel like they're stuck together. Lee Marie, how are you? Y'all, I'm going to laugh tonight because, there's a lot of crazy going on. What about you guys? Does everybody feel like laughing? Whew, I'm so sorry. I might cut this camera thing here shortly because, good night. Never gonna do it again. Okay. All right, Lee Marie. I just love you. Oh, because you hear? Okay. All right. I was trying to get off the phone real quick. I sold a property, a rental, oh my gosh, several months ago. And there's it's been sold, like officially sold for, it's been over a year now, over a year. And all of a sudden, the guy that bought it, his mail's been coming to another address that I own. And so I contacted him and I couldn't get hold of him. So I called his realtor and said, hey, I've got mail. And so he came to pick it up and he just wanted to talk. Well, the realtor must have gave him my number because then he was texting and he was calling. I was like, I don't do that stuff. I'm not super friendly like that, yo. You know what I'm saying? But it's always the last minute. I was sound asleep, catching a nap because I didn't sleep much last night. Did y'all see the craziness going on today? Good night. There is a lot. Okay, good deal. There's a lot of crazy everywhere. I was playing catch up today on the stuff that I missed. Unseen True Crime. How are you? Good to see you back. Crystal Langford. I love that picture too. I love that picture. I was looking at it the other day in the comments. I hope everybody laughs today. Okay, I'm going to ask. Is it Aria Madison? I always fear mispronouncing someone's name, and I totally do not want to do that. If I do, I apologize. Kimberly K, how are you? It's good to see you. I hope everybody's doing good. Memphis, Mommy Mars, how are you? I don't know what's wrong, but I woke up kind of like in a really good mood. I love you too, Lee Marie. Girl, I'm gonna need you to hang out more. I might need you to be like, stop, you better calm down. Not in anger, just like I don't get mad, you know what I mean? I mean I do, but more of I don't even know the word right now. Like when you just want to shake somebody and be like, okay, what's the real reason for this crap? You know what I mean? Like what are you really up to kind of thing? Like just stop when you see people getting hurt or whatever. Kind of what I want to laugh about today. I'm gonna drop a link here shortly for people that want to come up. Memphis Mommy Mars, I love the pooch. His little tongue sticking out. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I had rental properties. Why do my eyes feel like that? I had rental properties, but I want to completely leave this area here before too long after all my medical stuff's over. So then yeah, I don't want to be tied to anything here, really. I mean, I'll have the cemetery, but yeah, I want to be able to come and go as I please. I'm gonna buy me an RV. You know what I mean? I'm gonna drive me an RV. If I can drive trains, my golly, I can drive an RV and go across the country and meet everybody and just kind of do my own thing. I'm gonna show you some of it, but I'm actually very embarrassed for some of these freaking fools. Very. Okay, Aria, I think is the first way that I said it. I mean, it looks like Aria Madison, but there's always that chance that it's not. It's a beautiful name either way. Absolutely beautiful name. Cheesecake Mafia. I was thinking about you the other day. I had I drove to the doctor's appointment, and there's like I can take my chapstick. There's like an older airport that they now have kind of back up and running for craft dusters and small, what do you call those, small engine planes or something. And those crop dusters are crazy. They do like all kinds of crazy tricks and flips and stuff. It's kind of cool. But I was thinking about you whenever I went by there because I really enjoy your videos of planes. They're so soothing. Who would have known airports, if you're not having to fly out or fly in somewhere, who would have known airports were so soothing? I don't know, but yeah, they're pretty soothing. Yeah, I know some people that have been, ain't this thing huge, that have been on YouTube for a long time. Not meaning like content creators, but like subscribers and stuff like that. I don't know how y'all have been dealing with this crazy for this long, but you know that channel called Jenny Jen Jen? Okay, can y'all keep a secret? I wouldn't keep a secret. I'm so aggravated at Bullhorn Betty. Next level aggravated. And I mean, I think I got her figured out. And so if y'all haven't caught any of the little parodies, I've been sneaking up on panels and stuff. And I got Savage Live Media today. She was nervous too. She always got a big audience. So then I heard tonight, I heard that Chatter's voice and or Jenny Jen Jen. So I know Chatter's voice is a clip channel, and then I guess her main channel, Jenny Jen Jen. So I'll get her tonight if she's live too. And if you haven't seen it, every day she gives me new stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just like, did you really just say that shit? And I might really piss her off tonight because I pulled some stuff up. I went digging. Yeah, you know what? Tiffany has had a couple of really good ones lately. Her and Benny have had a couple of good ones. I'm so proud of them. I want to take a minute to say this. I'm so proud of the content creators that have been loyally covering Summer Wells. Tiffany, Benny, I don't want to say any of their names wrong. Penny, Fizzle, I think is what she goes by now. It used to be Krama Mama, but I know she changed her. Gabble Geeks. All of these people have really came together. They've, you know what I mean? And I'm just, there's, after so many months of animosity almost, it's so good. This is the only hope that I have left in this community. I'm be straight up with y'all. I would have ran like a fart in the wind. This is the hope that I have left, is that there are people here who are able to own their words, own their actions, and own their maybe their their wrongdoings. I don't want to say anything disrespectfully because I respect all of these people, but for them to all lay it on the table and say there's a bigger cause. I might not like you, but I want to find out where Summer is at and hold someone accountable so much more than I dislike you, so I'm gonna work with you. I have so much respect for that. And it's amazing to I've been sitting back and watching, and I haven't been commenting. Because I do not want to sound negative, but I almost was afraid to I was afraid to be happy about it, if happy is even the right word. I was afraid to trust it because you just never know. And but I trust it, I'm catching up on the rest of the lives that I've missed, and I actually got my notebook back out and started taking notes again. But I could not be more proud of these content creators that have really I mean no one can say that they don't have a deep and loyal devotion to finding out Summer's truth and finding whomever is accountable. They are 100% dedicated and loyal. They're not going to let this go away. On top of that, they're so angry, and I appreciate it. And I'm telling you, it has lit a fire under my butt. These people have motivated me. I'm not a true crime content creator. I'm an accountability, whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to be serious right now. So I need a good laugh. These people have they have lit a fire up under my butt, man. I got my notebooks back out and I started taking notes again. I'm going to go back and rewatch, some of this stuff. And I have all the confidence in the world. These people are not only going to force law enforcement, whether it be local or state or federal, don't matter. They're gonna force this. They're going to force accountability for lack of attention to Summer, but they're also gonna hold that dirty bastard Riley Lawson to a whole nother a whole nother level of accountability, and I'm here for that. I am so here for that. I think it's disgusting, but don't think it, I don't think we would be where we are now. And I almost have a feeling of, there's movement, you know what I mean, in a direction. And so it wouldn't have happened if these people weren't capable of saying, we may have made some mistakes, we may have not handled things correctly. You know what I mean? I apologize, you apologize, whatever. Let's work together, because it is amazing what they're doing now. I so proud, because I'm telling you, I was maybe one toe left inside the door. I was ready. I was like, this is just so toxic, you know? It's so toxic. So I'm with you, and we can even do watch parties if you want and go back and watch them, because, you know, the streams that they put out. But yeah, I want to watch them. And I like the whole, you know, no more relevancy to, you know, who kind of thing. You know what I mean? I like that too, because she can fall off a cliff for all I care. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to move today. What's your daughter's name? Your other daughter's name is Amelia Rosemary. You're Bethany. I'm Stephanie. People used to call me Bethany all the time. Bethany or Stacy. Not quite sure why. But your daughters have beautiful names, and so do you. Great to meet you. I'm glad that you're here. I hope you're having a good week. Start to the week. Yeah, Cheesecake. I'm gonna start writing down. I love to journal. I'm a writer. I love to write and journal. And my brother got me this little notebook, you know, it's really small. It's inside my handbag. And when moments like that hit me, I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to write in that moment. So then whenever I see the person, you know, whatever person comes to mind or reference with that emotion, I want to tell them, because I feel like positive feedback, you know, it's a good thing. It's what I want to do. We need an open space, you know, where we can talk about the hard things. We can, um, you know, what works for me may or may not work for someone else, vice versa. It's kind of, I'm taking the responsibility. I might be the only person to do it. By God, I'm gonna freaking do it. I'm gonna hold myself to the responsibility that if I want an open space for the communication about grief to happen, I'm going to make it happen. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna make it happen. And it's just so much easier. Then we're not all sitting around, you know, sitting around like miserable and lonely. I should read some stuff to you. I've been going through old journals trying to pull and organize and put them back together. It's kind of hard. But that's the biggest complaint that I have had for several years now, is like doing it alone, not having someone to talk to, you know? So I don't know how you guys feel about it, but when you suffer in silence, um, there's no healing. You know what I mean? You just carry it, keep going with it. Yes, Lee. Girl. Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. That's right, Crystal. I got a wig and everything. Did y'all see it yet? I'm gonna show you. She is the definition of a lot of things, and I agree with that one. I agree with that one. Just wait. Mm. Ooh, girl, sit down. All the way down. You can't stand on a street corner and scream for money all day long, but that's what you're doing. So frustrating. Always carry some sage and a taser with you on this crate. Right elbow. Hey, Memphis and Mommy Mars. I'm late too, actually. I had some cray cray go down seconds before. Nap time, woke up, phone call. You know how it is. You didn't really miss anything at all. It did get pretty bad with the hate. Oh my gosh. You know, it did. It's probably going to get worse. You know what I mean? This bitch ain't going nowhere. We don't have to shame her off the streets. And I don't even think there's enough shame to put on her to actually make her own it. You know what I'm saying? She just changes the narrative. I didn't say that. You said that. You know what I mean? No, I wouldn't me. Play it back to her 15. Nah, that ain't me. I mean, that's kind of her mentality, you know? I think so much about her that's not good. Let's go, Brandon. I will check for it. I didn't have anything as of this morning, but I'll check after. I always check emails after I end a live stream unless it's like super, super late. But I always look if it's an emergency. Our meeting, I will email you about those details. We moved it to this coming Thursday, I think it is. Ooh, I think it's this coming Thursday. And I didn't find that out until this morning, but I'll let you know for sure. Being cautious with, wait, see how my brain goes? It's hard. Sweet Tea, so good to see you. Sweet Tea's beautiful and such a compassionate and amazing person. You don't know Sweet Tea? This is Sweet Tea. She's pretty amazing. I met her in Tiffany's community. I was saying just a few minutes ago about how what a breath of fresh air it is to see all of the coming together and working together. I love it. Yeah. I mean, on that side, you've got a whole community of people that are putting their heads together and moving forward. And then on the opposite side, you got the craziest of crazy, all standing around with their hands out. Like, if you want to be seen as a strong, independent, self-sufficient, educated, intelligent, capable woman, right? Act like it. Doesn't mean begging all the time, demanding all the time. I mean, start with a job. You know what I'm saying? Start with a job, work towards a career. Then maybe you can kind of like be somebody. But until then, you just on the side of the damn sidewalk cussing out old men carrying on like a raging lunatic, demanding more money. You're just creating messes for other people to clean up. That's my opinion about it. 100%. I've been watching. She hates herself. She's created a whole facade for herself, like a whole life, a whole fake life. You know, like if you just change, you don't have to lie. I'm gonna show some of them lies here shortly though. Because I just, it's crazy. People are doing work. You know what I mean? She's like, I'm out, I'm doing no work. I'm killing myself, putting myself in danger to do all. No, you're not. You're really not. There's people that are calling law enforcement out for some pretty despicable, vulgar crimes. That is putting themselves in danger. You are not putting yourself in any kind of danger other than maybe getting some handcuffs because you need them. That's how I feel about it. Standing around acting a fool. She's something. Number K. There it is. I thought I lost it. Grandbaby's name was Amelia. She passed away when she was 6 months old. Oh my gosh. 6 months old. Kimberly K, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. 6 months old. Oh, it's just terrible. I'm so very sorry. There's nothing good or bad that even comes to my mind right now. Usually I try to prepare for those things. 6 months. Man, my heart hurts. My heart literally hurts for you right now. I am so sorry. I can't even think of a word other than I'm so glad that you're here. I can't imagine. Oh man, 6 months old. Mm, I am so sorry. Oh, got me. 6 months. Jesus. I feel like I'm failing you right now, and I'm not okay with it. 6 months. For the love of God and all that's holy, 6 months old. Man, that sucks. That's what I got. That sucks. That's what I got right now. This is bullshit. I am so sorry. That is utter bullshit. 6 months, man. It's moments like this put me in check, really. You know, they really do. These are the moments that really put me in check. I mean, I spent 2 nights in a row tossing and turning and just, a bad couple nights. A 6-month-old baby. Mm, there's nothing right about that. If you get time, will you send me an email? Um, I want to talk to you through email. I have a couple of resources to share with you and with your granddaughter's parents, or both of them, whatever works. And I'm so sorry that you're going through it. I am so sorry. I feel like that's just the most insignificant thing. And I feel like those words hold no weight. 6 months. Mm, I'm gonna star that so I don't forget it. Mm. Yeah, if you get time to email me, I would appreciate it so I can get some resources to you and anything else that I can do because that's what I'm here for. Whatever I have available is absolutely available, and all of me and resources and whatever I have is available. However, I can help because I know man, that's a rough one to carry. I'm so sorry that you have to carry it. It's just never fair at all. Mm. Keeping things bottled up is the worst. It really is. If any of you journal, have you ever went back and read through sections of your journal before? Like sat down and really read through them. You know what I mean? Not thumbed through them, but like really read through them. Gave it gave yourself the ability to revisit those pages like emotionally. For me, it's perspective. You know what I mean? For me, it's kind of like well, the unstuck part, um when you start feeling like you're stuck, stagnant in one place, and you just can't really see growth personally and your cycles and your daily habits and moving forward or anything like that. um Revisiting journals are always really good, but you have to do it in such a way that you can you can physically sit down and not just skim through the pages, but you can and emotionally revisit that time and give it the space, and you'll see growth almost every time. It's another way to find perspective. When you start, I don't know if any of you do the self-loathing stuff, but I know when I have 2 bad nights in a row, I do this like self-loathing mentally. Um, and that's, it's hard not to do a lot of self-blame, but that's a good one to do too. Going back through journals and really reading them, you'll see growth. I promise you'll see growth. Every day there's growth. Every day um there's movement in a positive direction. Sometimes that direction might be backwards, unfinished business emotionally before you can go back forward. But Yes, list writing. Oh man, I have to. If you saw my car and my kitchen and my door, I have them by the front door. I have lists everywhere. Grief fog is a real life thing, 100%. It's been studied. I can't remember the percentage. We can look that up though. There is a percentage, and it is real. It's a confusion, especially if the death was traumatic, unexpected. I mean, I know what that sounds like, but that's what they put on the paper. They said if it's traumatic and unexpected, um, that you definitely do have a fog. I feel it sometimes. 2 nights ago, there's days I get in the car and I'll be driving somewhere and I forget where I'm going. I can laugh about it now, but it ain't so funny then. Missed doctor's appointments and stuff like that. Um, Show up late for something. Notes. When you're in that stage, you feel like you are completely shattered and broken, and you're not. It's normal. You know what I mean? Normalizing those each individual part or section, so to speak, and we have to normalize it. People don't reach out for help and they don't talk about help and they don't seek help, and there aren't resources, readily available because it's all bad. You know what I mean? Like socially acceptable platitudes. Like every year in December, people are like, I remember because my son's birthday is December. So every year when people are like, even at our age, almost 50, people are like, I'm New Year's resolution. I'm staying away from all the negative. Well, grief is negative because you think it's negative. I mean, it's not positive, don't get me wrong, but it's not negative in the aspect of that they're painting it. It is part of life. You know what I mean? It's part of life. Everybody is going to experience grief. Everybody's going to lose somebody. Everybody's going to suffer, period. Nobody's immune to it. You can't buy your way out of it. It's going to happen. You can be completely perfect human and you're going to experience it at one point in life. We just don't talk about it. Not because that works for us, but because it works for everybody around us. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm tired of. Really, I'm tired of it. In real life, whew, is it a number? And none of the people that were in my life before are in my life now. None. Outside of, I mean, I have the same doctor, my same primary care physician. I have the same coworkers because, you can't really, um, it's not really my decision to change those. But outside of that, nobody. And I'm starting to notice it even online, even on YouTube. I'm starting to notice it. Um, the connotation, the stereotype, and the taboo, so to speak, that comes with it. You know, I'm not going to give up. Don't get me wrong, but I noticed when I was silent, nobody knew who I was. Right? I was just one of the names, or one of the numbers in the chat. Well, when I finally had just had enough of some of the way that people were talking, and I chose to speak out in a super chat or whatever, I had no idea it was going to lead me to where it led me. And then on another panel, I jumped up on a panel one day and spoke about, there's more than just the people that you think, that are watching. I mean, there's some people that are here for a completely different reason. And again, it came from, why do you people think that we're all middle-aged, single, or divorced, or widowed? You know what I mean? Old ladies on fixed income, like all this other crap, buying attention. Get out of here. I got tired of that stereotype or that reference or whatever, or lurkers in the bush. I mean, sometimes I'm a lurker in the bush, but I noticed when people were putting a voice or a face with a name, I could tell, how do I say this? Oh, words are hard today. Words are hard today. I noticed that
if I was seen or heard, it changed the mood, or you know what I mean? Like it was expected or anticipated or assumed that I'm sad all the time or something. Well, I am sad all the time. I can never turn my mind off. I can never, ever, ever make my mind stop thinking about Cody. When was the last time I saw him? What did he say? What did he look like? All of those things go through my 24/7. Can't turn it off, can't break it, no easy button. None of those things, right? The new normal that we talk about, we don't find it. Nobody gives it to us. Nobody writes it down and hands it to you. We create it. We get tired of feeling the way that we feel, or doing the things that we're doing that are not working, or watching people walk out of our lives and point the finger at us. So we create the new normal. So we learn how to adjust to the newness in order to function in society. Does it make sense to I really hope that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. So, yes, I'm sad all the time, but because I chose to journal and therapeutic, healthy outlets and ways to kind of work through the really, really, really raw, vulnerable, ugly parts, um, I can be sad and, you know, have fun without guilt. So I'm in a good mood today. Doesn't mean I'm not sad. It doesn't mean that I'm not experiencing pain. It doesn't mean that does not my body has not forgotten that there's a gaping hole. Um, I'm just able to focus my attention in a different direction. It's almost like it's almost like carrying two bricks, two big old heavy bricks, one in each hand, and for a long time, so you physically feel it, and then you get the opportunity to maybe set one down and not, you know what I mean, and maybe drink a water, get a drink of water. It's almost like that, but emotionally, you know what I mean? It never fucking goes away. It's never going to. I'm not gonna lie to anybody and say, yeah, it gets better with time. Mm-mm. It does not get better with time in any capacity. Nothing about it gets better with time. We normalize life after. We normalize it. We find ways to deal with the hardest parts. Um, like if you woke up one day and you didn't have legs. I think I've said that before. I used to compare in the beginning. I used to say that a lot. Like if you ran your whole life and you wake up one day and you don't have legs, all at once you have a whole community of people that show up, you know, take over your space. They put you where you're supposed to go. They feed you. You know what I mean? Answer the phone for you. They make decisions. They tell you where you need to go. Do this, do that, whatever. But then they leave and you're stuck by yourself and you have to figure it out on your own. It's kind of like that. It never goes away. But we do create our own new normal and we move forward with it. And it's okay to have moments of happiness. It's okay to be excited about something. It's okay to not tell people that you've experienced a traumatic loss until you feel like you need or want to tell them. You know what I mean? The connotations that come with it are, I've noticed, even here. And I think that's why I did a parody one day because I thought it's okay. It's okay to be funny. It's okay to laugh. It's okay, it's okay to have happy moments and to have joy. I mean, there's no guilt in that because you don't have a choice. You just You don't have a choice. Somebody has to do it. I'm going to read something for you here shortly. Makes me think cheesecake, one of my favorite desserts. I know I love me some cheesecake too. I don't like it with all that topping and stuff on it though. I like it just the way it is. So many, almost all in here and different creators. I think I missed part of something. Mm, the anxiety. Yeah, the anxiety can be terrible. I had no idea what it was at first. I kept saying panic. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I can feel that panic coming on, and I would be so afraid of it because you just don't know. You don't know how your body's going to react to it. Like, have you ever been standing and talking to somebody about nothing at all to do with grief, and all of a sudden tears start rolling down your face, and you feel that lump in your throat, and you can't get a word out, but you don't feel like you're crying, but you're crying? I still do that sometimes. And I say, I can't help it, you know? It's a reaction. I can't help it. None of us can help it. But what we normally do is run the other way and go somewhere private and try to get it out of our system. And then we apologize for it as if we can help it or it was a choice that we made. We ain't doing that no more because it's not. It's our body's reaction. It's perfectly normal. And if we start setting the standard for the people around us, you know, okay, it might be a little ugly sometimes. You know what I mean? I tell people on my really, really, really bad days, you will not see me because that's still very private to me. So I'm going to be at home, but I can't help it if, out of nowhere, the tears start rolling. I can't help it. I'll turn my head, you turn yours. You know what I mean? Not feeling guilt or like we're bad or that we're wrong. Like I say all the time, people don't hide things that are good, they hide things that are bad. So I refuse to run and hide any part of grief anymore because it's not bad. It's actually not healthy either. It's it's bad to do that. It's like you're taking the shame or you're allowing it, you know what I mean? You're allowing yourself to feel shame when not one of us, whether you're grieving or supportive role for grieving, none of us would choose to have lost anyone in our life at that time. So why are we carrying it? You know what I mean? We have enough to carry. We have so much of the pain and suffering and misery and blah blah blah. All of those things that we carry, we don't want to add. Not going to add shame to it. I'm not going to let you. If you're doing that, please stop. And if it's hard for you to stop, please email me. And I promise you, if we can't do it through email, I will give you my phone number and we will talk about it because there's no shame in grieving, especially when it was never a choice. You get it? Am I making sense tonight? Because I know I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but these folks got me in a mood. Crystal, I want you to scream that from the rooftops. Put it on a shirt. Third person means, yeah, it's insane. Yeah, this is what's getting me. This right here is what's getting me. I went digging through some stuff. Kimberly K, I cannot imagine a day for the rest of your life that you're not going to miss her. I wish that you never had to feel that ever. Oh, man. Mm, mm, I'm sorry. Ugh. Mm, mm. I'm so sorry. Mm, I'll be looking for your email if you have time the next few days or something. I would greatly appreciate it. Definitely from my email interesting. I shared some stuff that you'll find crazy. Uh-oh. It's probably that one chick. She been all over the daggone place. Jumping on panels, playing stupid. I don't know. What should I say? Crazy. KB, you are not late. I'm learning, man. I'm learning. Because I didn't really go, I didn't really do, I think it was like an hour or something. An hour of warning. Something's up with StreamYard tonight. I've been hearing other people say that. Yeah, me too. I definitely have resources and stuff for you. Well, you know what? I'm glad that you're here. I'm so very glad that you're here. And I tell everybody, I am a firm believer that there's healing in speaking your truth, telling your story, even talking about the hard parts. But on here, it can be very scary because, there's people out there looking for that stuff, writing it down just to exploit later. So when or if the time comes, you absolutely have an open platform here to share any part of your loss or your Vilomah story after that. I do think that supporting each other, we're capable of doing that um, in a very unique way because there's so many of us that just have so many different experiences, and I'm so glad that you found this channel, and I'm glad that you're here. And if there's anything that you specifically would like to talk about or need, please email me. I don't want anyone to suffer alone or to suffer in silence or to let society keep, making us point the finger at ourselves. Like we're broken, we're the problem, we need, you know, medication and doctors and all of this stuff. I'm not saying that that's not true. There's some cases that damn sure is true, but it should be your decision. And that's kind of where I'm at with it. But I'm very glad that you're here. Please send me an email, whatever I can do to help you. I'm here. I was running this room when it scrolled across my feed in this type of group. That means the most to me. Thank you. Let's go, Brandon. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I do too, sweet tea. I love to write all the time. All the time. I write, write, write. Yeah. Sometimes when you can't find the words, you just got to sit in it. And I know how miserable that sounds. It sounds like a punishment. Um, I love journaling and writing, creative writing, expression writing, all of the things writing. I could carry this all the way through this house into my bedroom and into my very front room, my window room, and show you all the journals that are stacked up. I mean, I've just always journaled and I save them, and this is completely normal too. I took every Bible in the house and threw it out the window, or threw it out the door, piled them and lit them on fire. I didn't, yeah, that's completely normal too. All of it is completely normal. I've since replaced them, all but that one, family Bible. Can never replace that. But it's normal. It's 100% normal, and there's nothing wrong with what you're feeling. And there's probably 20 other people that, right now would tell you the same thing, that it's completely normal. It was freezing up here. I think it was 42 or 44 today. Yeah, it was cold. I was taking trash out to burn earlier, and I came back in and I didn't get warm from it. I got like a stuffy cold going on too. And I did those. Oh, have you ladies ever went to have a shit? What was it called again? Oh my gosh. See, I don't do all this stuff. It was the first time for me. Okay, think of a little roller, like a little tiny, it's like an ink pen, but it's got a like a roller thing on the end, and then it had like needles in it. And they do it back and forth across your face. The heck was it called? Gosh dang it. And then they put this hyaluronic acid. I might be turning into a little foo-foo, but I didn't think I ever would. Oh man, I can't think of it. Dermaplaning, maybe? Something like that. Well, I had that done yesterday or the day before. Dermablation. Either that or planing, one of the two, I'm not sure. That's what I did it for. Valerie was for wrinkles. And so the corners of my mouth, for some reason, got microneedling. That's what it is. It's dermaplaning / microneedling. Yeah. And the sides, that hyaluronic acid, like, really dried out the corners of my mouth. So when you see me doing like this, that's what it is. It feels like really tight and dry. So I keep doing this. These people got me paranoid. Somebody goes, you know what they say? There's 10 videos about them. Yeah, 6 years for me too, since Cody passed away. And there's days that I rage. There's days that I fear my rage. It's all completely normal. The parody. Thank you. I needed it too. I needed it too. Are you talking about did you see the second one on Queen Bee's panel? Because I think that was my best one yet. And I got Savage J. But there were people on the panel that I was trying to be very respectful of because of their own, personal issues with their own personal experiences with some of these people that we're talking about. And in the back of my head, I just kept like, wanting to remember and be very respectful. But you can play that. I know we watched the first one. The second one, I actually wrote stuff down and I thought about it. I got the meow. I just can't stand her. I don't journal. I think I should start. I don't know if I realized you want to vent too. I kind of did that too. I mean, it's pretty normal for friends to walk out, but journaling is very, very therapeutic. Very therapeutic. Crying, more like crying for the person I was. Yeah, you definitely lose yourself, and um, you never go back to the person that you were. So you absolutely do grieve who you were and the relationship that you had with that person, the dreams that you had with them, the hopes, all the memories that you had created that had yet to even happen, and that person. It's the hardest thing ever to go through, my opinion. There's nothing I'm ever going to go through that's worse than that. Nothing will ever compare physically, emotionally, spiritually, in any fashion. Nothing. Nothing at all. You know what? I don't know. She makes me so mad. The shit coming out of her mouth makes me so effing mad. Yeah, I just am like, you know how I've talked about those feelings that go over that level 10, the maddest and happiest, whatever. Oh, before the person passed away would be, a 10. And how you can go over that 10 into that dangerous range where you're kind of like, I haven't really developed the healthy coping mechanisms to deal with this bullshit yet. She puts me there. And it's not only because of her words and her actions, but her lack of accountability, lack of ownership, her blatant disrespect for every other flippin' human being alive, and her mouth, her stupidity. She's just stupid. I'm going to show you how stupid she is tonight. Okay. And I can't find it now. I was looking for it. KB, trying to make the people around me feel better about my grief. Yes, it's exhausting and it will. I'm so glad that you said that. KB, it's almost like I feel lighter. I'm glad. I'm glad. I don't say that in a mean way. I say that like this. As long, so it's ugly and nobody wants to deal with it. We don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with us dealing with it. And nobody can fix it. Nobody can make it stop. You can't drink it away, drug it away, smoke it away, sex it away, eat it away. You can't get it. You have to do it. So imagine having a supportive environment where you didn't feel like you were, you know, taught, you were trying to get the people around you to understand where you're coming from and what you're feeling versus being able to walk into the room and sit down and just say, today I'm really kind of feeling off today. I think I'm gonna ABCD or I'm not gonna blah blah blah. Um, I'm glad. I'm glad that when you get tired of it, it's like you've accepted that the problem is not you. The problem is lack of space for open dialogue, and then you create it. You know what I'm saying? You're not the problem. They're not the problem. People around you are not the problem unless they refuse to sit down at the table. If you share space and you cohabitate and you share life, they have to sit down to the table. They have to be a willing participant. They're feeling something too. You know what it's their, I mean, they've lost something as well, even if it's just the version of you that they've known. When you get tired of it, I remember saying one time, um, it's like I'm trying to remember exactly how I said it to him. I'm so busy and I'm so focused on trying to help you. I didn't realize that you were killing me. It's almost like you you want people around you to see what you're going through and acknowledge it. Nobody's gonna fix it or make it go away. No damn body. Nobody. But to have acknowledgement and understanding and empathy is not too much to ask for, my opinion. It's the least. It's the least. And so when you're trying to explain how you feel to people that you cohabitate with or that you care about or that you spend the most of your time with, and they're not willingly participating in the conversation because it makes them uncomfortable because their mind goes straight to, well, what do I say? What do I do? How do I fix? No, you don't fix it. You don't fix it. You just sit down, hear me out, maybe hold my hand if things get to be difficult and have some understanding that I'm not who I used to be. You know, I don't mean to sound so excited, but I'm excited because you know that you're not the problem. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not broken beyond repair. You're not unworthy of happiness or joy or understanding or compassion or empathy or sympathy. None of those things are a problem that you've created or that you've accepted. It's life in the moment. It's shit happens in the moment and you're left dealing with it. And the longer we avoid it, the harder it is to deal with. I'm glad. I'm glad because it's not your job to make them feel anything at all. At all. If we can't set the tone in our own environments, when I talked, when I had a coworker, we sat on the back deck and we had just an open conversation. I said, be real, be raw, answer everything honestly. before I lost Cody, after I lost Cody, with the way I was, how I interact with people at work, and how people interacted with me. And he said, until I got up on the locomotive and until I said, hey, how'd the kids' baseball game go? You know what I mean? How'd the daughter's softball tournament work out? Until I acknowledged his children, he was never going to talk about his kids ever again, because he truly believed that he was going to trigger my memory. You know what I mean? That he was going to make me suddenly remember that my son had passed away. We know how ridiculous that sounds, but we know what life was like before that too. Am I making sense? I swear to you, I hope I'm making sense. This is like amazing and a step in the right direction. Not that you were going in the wrong direction. If you email me, I have 5 or 6 like workbook. They're not where you sit down and you do the workbook, but they're ideas of how to either talk to your family members one-on-one or as a group, how to like break the ice and mention specific parts of emotional health, mental health, whatever you want to call it, to make it easier and more comfortable for everybody. I hope that makes sense. But I'm super proud of you. I'm super proud of you. I'm glad, because it should never be, it should never be like that. And it's not our fault that it's like that. And it's not anybody else's fault that it's like that, that things are like this. It's just ugly. It's just ugly and messy and gross, and nobody wants to touch it, and we don't want to touch it. Can you imagine if, I don't even want to say that, like dirty panties, somebody throw them up in the air, it's like, catch, ain't nobody gonna touch that? Nope, don't want it. You know what I mean? It's kind of what it puts me in the mind of, like, nobody wants anything to do with grief. And that works for everybody, but it doesn't work for those of us stuck with it. I wrote something about it. I was planning on reading tonight. See, this is what I do. I see something positive and I start talking about it. Somebody in the chat, I can't find it now. I was trying to star it. Was asking about the photo. If I missed anything, I'm so sorry. The quiz is here. Good to see you, the quiz. I'm glad that you're here. Donna, good to see you. I think I have an email from you and it came in kind of weird, letters and numbers, I think. I'm gonna have to go back and look. If I got it from you, and did you get an email back from me, that'll tell me. Oh, I'm so sorry for you. But yeah, somebody was asking. Yes, this is my Cody bug. My Cody. These are my 2 favorites. That's my little office space. It says professional photo. The last one that was done shortly after he had gotten his pro license. And then this is the last photo that we had together. It's a little darker. This was in Tennessee, down by Chattanooga. And he looks just like me. See that? Just like his mama. Such a cute kid. Thank you. I appreciate that, Valerie. It's good to see you. Kathy M, you too. It's great to see you. Yeah, something was up. I'll have to tell you though, it could have been on my end. I use Proton Mail, and I had the free, the basic version or whatnot. And there's always updates that are with it. So there was like, there was an update that had happened, and then it upgraded the storage capacity, something like that. I'm not techie. And so I had 5 or 6 emails that all came in between like 9 and 3 a.m., 9 p.m. and 3 a.m. And they all ended up being jumbled up. But I deleted the install and then re-downloaded it, and all but one came back through. So that's what I said. If you didn't get one back from me, then I think maybe it was yours that didn't come through. Hopefully you can just copy and paste it and send it again, and then I'll get it. Yeah. Well, Proton Mail is safe as far as like people not being able to find anything that you don't want them to find, kind of thing. Can remain anonymous. And your emails are protected, that kind of thing. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff with it. I seen on YouTube several community posts of other people that were saying that their Proton Mail, they couldn't even access it, that it was stuck in uploading or something like that. Sister-in-law told me the other day, could not do what you said. Yeah, nobody asked me that question. Right. Yeah. I give most people one freebie, kind of, because I sometimes just get tired of the judgment. It sounds like judgment. So, yeah, that's what I usually say back. I don't know. The things that they say. I'm just like, I hope they got a choice, because, I didn't have a choice. Usually say something like that, and then they just kind of look at me. And I found a way to kind of make people think about, what they've said. Not in a way like I'm teaching them or I'm talking down to them or anything like that, but if if I hear it from many different people and it makes me feel the same way, then it can't be just me that feels that way, kind of thing. But not with, like, my intention is not to disrespect or, make somebody feel shitty, just kind of like, make them think. Because I mean, there are people that can get pushed over the edge, from hearing some of the things that we hear on a daily basis a lot of times. I mean, especially in the very beginning of the first time, second time, third time, every person in your life, after that, you hear the same things from 'em. How are you doing? How do you do that? I don't know how you do that. I mean, you don't have a choice. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of them, they're just petrified of it. Like, you become that walking, talking, breathing billboard reality check, I call it, of everyone's worst nightmare, whether it's your spouse, child, sibling, anyone that you're not prepared to lose because of that, that timeline of events that we get familiar with. You know what I mean? Great grandparents, grandparents, we learn at an early age that they're probably gonna, we're probably gonna outlive them. That's most people's first experience with loss. And it's usually at such a young age, they understand to the capacity that grandma, grandpa, whoever we're not going to see them anymore. They're gone. Then the place heaven comes into play, or other spiritual terms. So, we anticipate a specific order until the first time our friend or neighbor, somebody that we know loses one of those emergency people, one of those people that, you know, makes everybody stop and kind of like, you know what I mean? When great grandma passes away, people go through the motions because that's the polite, kind thing to do. But the first time somebody around you has one of those out of order losses, it's like the whole flipping town is on fire. You know what I mean? Everybody's paying attention. So there's they feel different. Physically, we react differently. Emotionally, we react differently. One is so much more difficult than the other. One takes so much more work than you know what I mean? It's like one of them, you know what's going to happen. It still hurts. It still sucks and you're still not happy about it, but it doesn't pale in comparison to the other that hurts on a whole nother level and requires so much work to just survive it, you know? Yeah, they're both very different. I lost 5 people that were very close to me in a very short period of time. Cody being the last one. All of them were traumatic, unexpected, out of order, crazy scenarios. All of them. There's no warning for any of them, and I was never in the right place at the right time. They all felt very different. Cody was the worst. I'm sorry people said anything mean or ugly to you. I don't know why they do it. I don't know if it's their own fear, so they create space by, making you uncomfortable. You meaning any of you, me, all of us, whatever. There's some people that I feel like do that. And then there's some people that I feel like are not aware of the words coming out of their mouth because they haven't thought about them, at any capacity when they've heard them. And then there's the people that live under the umbrella of like, it's never going to happen to me, so I can stay and do whatever I want to, like, BHB. And those are the ones that usually have they have their own shock that they can't get away from. And I don't wish that on anybody. I never will. I'll never wish a life of debilitating grief on anybody ever. Here lately, I've been wanting to give them a day in my shoes or your shoes. I've been wanting them to feel what every person who suffers greatly feels. Spend a day in the shoes. And I feel like a bad person even saying that because it's almost like I feel like I'm wishing ill on them. I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm just at the point of what's going to humanize them. You know what I mean? What's going to humanize people to them again? What's going to make them see the human that they're pointing at? Don't get me wrong. In this 20-month-old, I don't want to say names because I'm not a true crime channel. I don't want to be. I'm an opinion channel. In this, where they're at screaming right now. Okay, Savannah. I grew up in Augusta. I don't even know how to say it without feeling like a jerk. I'm not going to. I'm sure it'll come out later in a different way. Yeah. And it's going to shock them. They're going to suffer greatly because they're causing so much damage. You said it in a really good way. They're setting the tone for what people are going to give back to them. You can't run around screaming accusations at people through a bullhorn, the most vile, ugly lies that you make up for content and for, shock factor. You can't do that shit to people and then turn around and suffer your own tragedy and expect people to pull out their fucking empathy for you. It doesn't work like that. Ever. It doesn't work like that. I don't like that it doesn't work like that. I feel like everybody's grief should be acknowledged, but I, for one, will have a very hard time acknowledging any of it ever. I just will. I will never want to be anywhere near them ever. And I don't want to be the person that feels like that. I never want to feel like I'm turning from someone's grief because my goal and objective and intention is to make it more is to make the language more normalized so that it's not so taboo. I'm not saying they deserve it at all. I'm saying people like them have never suffered greatly. You know what I mean? And they will. And that's where my anger comes from. Like, are you really that entitled? You really think that you have the ability to demand that the entire world treat you like, a higher class citizen above everyone else? I mean, it's infuriating. And I don't know anything more than anyone else does, and I'm not speculating or making assumptions based on what, YouTubers standing outside are saying, because they've proven themselves to be liars. Based on what law enforcement says, they haven't came out and said, this is who's guilty, here's an arrest, and now we're going to prosecute. So what's going to happen whenever these morons down there are hindering the case? They're causing problems. You know what I mean? What happens whenever what they're doing causes problems for prosecution or district attorney or whatnot? Then what? They lie. Because they lie about everything. I'm going to show you. I think I knew that, but I had forgotten about that. See, there's something kind of weird about Bullhorn Betty. I'm just gonna be honest about it, because I really don't give a fuck what she thinks. I don't think I ever will. So what I said earlier was, I don't know if she's having an identity crisis or something. I'm not quite sure, because she stands around wanting everyone to fear her, right? That she's of power and stature and education and whatever. She comes up with all these bullshit. It's what it all is. She's smarter than everybody, right? She's college educated, a lawyer, all this dumb shit. None of it's true. It's all fucking lies. It's like she's created an entire life based on who she wants to be, because she wasn't smart enough, strong enough, or brave enough to actually go through the motions to obtain the things that would make her who she is. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like standing on the fucking street corner, screaming into a bullhorn, telling people, thousands of people at one time, that you're doing good work. You're doing work. You're doing something positive to help this terrible tragedy. Somehow convincing them that that's true, taking their money, smiling in their face. It's like theft. You know what I'm saying? How is she different than the woman a mile down the road selling her ass? How is Bullhorn Betty? Bullhorn Betty would judge that woman. I don't judge that woman. Bullhorn Betty judges that woman, but she ain't doing nothing different. She's selling herself for entertainment value, the one that she's created. The woman down the road has to create a facade, I'm assuming, or she has to somehow be okay with what she's doing, and so she creates the story. That's what Bullhorn Betty's doing, in front of thousands of people, collecting money, screaming across the street to a family she knows nothing about, lying all over the internet, making herself the hero of someone else's tragedy. The fuck are you doing, Bullhorn Betty? What are you doing? Collecting dollars like Dahlia's? I heard her say this week 3 or 4 things, and I went and found the truth and the facts to show you. Learned a lot about her. It's disgusting. There's so much more disgusting about her. Like this one. Let me pull this one up. She's a freaking lie. She's a whole lie. Everything about her is a lie. Lie, lie, lie. She got out of nowhere. She wanted an audience. She wanted a YouTube channel. I mean, I have brothers, okay? And I'm a military brat. I didn't get an easy way out. Somebody came by and gave me a fucking participation trophy. The kid didn't get a participation trophy. We got encouraged. He got encouraged. I've worked my ass off to be an independent, self-sufficient, successful, grown-ass woman. I can say that because everything I have is mine. I've earned it. I've purchased it. Nobody gave it to me. I didn't ask somebody. You won't find no monetization on this channel. Never. I've had a couple of emails. Thank you. I appreciate it very much, but it's not what I'm about because I don't need that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with needing it. What are people getting for that money? Thousands and thousands. And here's the thing, I don't even give a shit. I don't give a shit. If people want to give her money, I don't care. That's your money. At least know that you're buying a bag of bullshit and lies when you're handing it over. And at least be okay with knowing that you were getting nothing back. You're getting nothing but bullshit back. That's it. You're getting bullshit because that's all you're getting. Nothing of it. Nothing of it is true. I heard her say today several different things. I heard her talk about the Gabby Petito case, which I'm sure Gabby's parents and family members want her to shut the fuck up by now because, you know, she's not the hero of anyone's story. She never will be because she doesn't work at anything. She stands out in the corner holding a sign, creating havoc, or she's sitting in an office somewhere telling everybody how it is. Right? You're not important. You're kind of like a loser, like pretty much a loser. If you have actually ever graduated high school or college, show us the fucking certificate or degree that you have, right? Like your press badge that you tell everybody all about. Bitch, you're fucking worthless. You've accomplished nothing ever. You never will. You're drunk. Go back to the bars, beat the shit out of your freaking husband. That's what you should do. Stay out of these missing kids cases. You bring nothing but bullshit and trouble because that's what you do. That's all you do. My dad, if I had accomplished nothing in life and sat around screaming at everybody else, demanding that people give me money like a beggar on the street, because that's what you do, you begging on the street. I mean, you could, to me, it's the equivalent of selling your ass. I don't give a fuck either way what you do. But my dad would probably kind of be like, you have never accomplished anything in your life. You've achieved nothing except this giant ego that you carry around. Dad would have, I've no doubt, my father would be very disappointed, probably disown me if I was doing what Bullhorn Betty was doing, especially if that scraggly ass looking hobbit dude was anywhere near me. Yeah, that I wouldn't fly. That wouldn't fly. In our family, though, we had, you know, we had standards. Neither one of them lived up to them at all. And then you threaten Savage. Oh my God. You gotta go to federal court. Yeah. I'm taking you to the federal court. Fuck out of here. You can't spell federal. You didn't graduate, did you, Betty? I don't know if that's true or not. But if she expects the entire internet to believe that this dumbass has some type of paralegal or law degree or that she graduated college, show it. Show the certificate. Because I'm going to say you didn't. Because for somebody who claims to have some type of knowledge, laws, constitution, civil liberties, I can't really tell because you just look like a loser and a failure at big proportion begging for money because you're too weak, stupid, incapable of actually holding a job and earning your living that's respectable. Kind of like Dolly doesn't do either. Prove me wrong, because I can prove you wrong. I had a career my whole freaking life. And then you are standing around demanding that people respect you? Please. Respect what? Your hustle's not even respectable. Nothing about her is respectable. At all. Okay. First thing I'm going to show you is, since she likes to throw Gabby Petito's tragedy up all the time and use that for, like, you know, marketing material. I'm going to put this here. And I have a timestamp for 1:56 before I screen share, you know, because that's how it goes. All right. She threatens everyone around her with lawsuits and her own. Yeah. So she's not covering cases in Florida right now. I have a feeling, I ain't saying this is true or not because I ain't part of none of this shit, but there's a group. There's a group. They're not happy with her. They're saying stuff like, well, you're gonna come back home sometime. I'm like, I don't want to know about it. I don't blame them though. Can you imagine living next to that house? Damn. She's just a waste. I mean, people who, if you're really a respectable person, you have the ability to, like, command respect. You don't have to demand the respect. The louder you scream, the more stupid, incapable, and just worthless that you look. It's my opinion. My opinion. Everybody see that? Okay, so it's at 1:56. So I'm only going to show you like 5 or 10 seconds of this.
But
Oh, jeez. Did you see how loud that was?
we'd better be safe than sorry. I appreciate everything.
Okay, so this is the day that they allegedly found bones and down at in Florida at the reservoir thing, right? Where they had just found Brian Laundrie's body and all this stuff. Okay. I was in the barn last night listening to the protester clips and it woke the rooster up. Oh God, Donna, I can imagine that. It'd wake my whole neighborhood up. She's pathetic.
What? No, we're not. Everything.
Okay. We go back to this. You're going to hear someone in the background say, are they taking the bottle? And then this officer and this officer, they say, no, we're not. Because they know that it's a bold-faced effing lie. Can everybody hear it? Let me see if I can turn it up. It's up all the way.
But we'd better be safe than sorry. I appreciate everything. What? No, we're not. Okay.
Thank you.
So they're not taking the water bottle. All right.
Yep, they said no, because you a whole ass lie. That's what they said. They said, you planted that shit. We don't want your water bottle. Okay. Now, let me copy and paste this in here. Did you guys hear that okay? That's right, Lee Marie. And this fool's out here telling people that, we found every day water bottle. Like, let that poor girl and her family be. Stop talking about them. Just leave it alone. You didn't do nothing. You didn't save the day. You didn't win. You weren't the first one. All the shit that you claim to have. You got your media coverage. Now go home. Sit down. Let's go, Brandon. From what I understand, there's a lot of shit coming her way, and she deserves every damn bit of it. So this is from, let's see. Can you still see that okay? Because I went full screen. Okay, let me take this off. I like to look. Okay. So this is from, I think it's a Florida newspaper, but I'm not positive. Yasmin Tinwala. So yes, you saw the case with her water bottle. Oh, yeah. So here's a photo of a rope, a dirty cloth, and it says here, poop. Make sure, see if you can see that. Nope. Okay, let me zoom in. I don't know who took this photo. It gets interesting here. Zoom in. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little slow right now with the computer. Trying to get used to a MacBook. Okay, so here's the rope, right? Here's a dirty cloth. And I'm assuming this here is what they're saying, dirty poop or poop discovered near Brian Laundrie's remains, and the internet is divided whether these items could determine the cause of the fugitive's death. Twitter, Andra Griffin. See that shit right there? Let's go, Brandon. I could not agree more. And I don't have any, I leave no room for, I mean, at first I was kind of like, well, I hope Olivia figures, she knows. Trust me, there's shit out there on her. She knows what she's doing. These people are nothing more than like attention people. They're like, what do you call them? Attention whores. Get me in the news cameras. Okay, so I'm gonna read this. 1 week has passed since Brian Laundrie's remains were found in a reserve close to his parents' Florida home a month after he disappeared, and an intense manhunt was launched to find him. He was the only person of interest in Gabby Petito's disappearance and death. The manhunt came to a dramatic end after Laundrie's remains were discovered by his parents after a short hike off the trail that he frequented. However, there are some details, the answers to which are essential to be found, including the cause and manner of Laundrie's death. On October 24th, look at your calendars, y'all. A dirty cloth, poop, and a rope were found near the place where Laundrie's remains were found. An investigation into this matter could reveal details of his final camping trip. Okay. Then it says, Andra Griffin. We all know who the fuck that is. The unaccomplished grown-ass toddler. A victims' rights activist. Fuck out of here. A beggar on the street from Bradenton, is a self-described Petito justice seeker. She also filed a lawsuit against the Laundries after the fugitive's father tore down a sign that Griffin herself placed on his property. In a recent post on Twitter, Griffin shared photos of certain discoveries made inside the Mayakahatchee, I think is how they freaking turned out, Creek Park on October 24th morning, and the police were notified regarding the same. Might not be anything, might be something. We made a report to the Northport Police, and a unit is en route. We will keep everyone posted, she wrote. Remember those words. Might not be anything, ... Might be something. We made a report to the Northport Police and the unit is en route. We will keep everyone posted. An autopsy of Laundrie's remains failed to establish a cause and manner of his death and are sent for further examination by a forensic anthropologist. Now, the discovery of new items have been viewed, I think it should be are being viewed as potential clues by internet sleuths regarding the fugitive's death. The rope might indicate that he hung himself, said certain Twitter users responding to Griffin's post. Control the narrative, right? Keep it going, dramatize it, stretch it out, stick it on every platform you can find, get all that attention that you can. On the other hand, some remain of the opinion that the rope might have been planted. I think I'm gonna roll with this one. Some remain of the opinion that the rope might have been planted to make it look like suicide, or that it could simply be unrelated to his death. I'm kind of rolling with this one, like maybe one of them fools drug that thing out of a bag and put it there just so they could call law enforcement and make themselves somebody of importance, right? Because they run to the media. I'm going to show you how they do. Someone planted rope, obviously. The police would have removed that for sure, you would think. Why would Northport Police leave that there, right? One of them wrote. Another added, people who camp often use ropes to hang their food. So she's, continuing the narrative here. And then they also found a water bottle from a Seattle REI co-op near Laundrie's remains, and internet sleuths, wonder who those were, noted this is similar to the one they spotted in one vlog posted to Petito's YouTube channel. Hikers this morning found a water bottle from a Seattle. Okay, so they wrote that out. It's also by where Chris and Roberta Laundrie found Brian Laundrie's white dry bag earlier this week. Their son's remains were found nearby Wednesday. This is what they tell the journalist here, right? So this dumbass shows up and takes the photos of the poop. Here's the poop, the rope, the dirty rag or whatever, and general picture, and posts it. I clicked on that, but I guess y'all couldn't see it. I'm going to put the link to this article and you can go click it yourself. It's still, her tweet is still there, right? So, and what I said earlier is exactly what she types here. Okay, she says, might be something, might not be anything, might be something, made a report, blah, blah, blah. Then it continues down here. Hikers this morning found, I don't know how to say that word, water bottle from a Seattle REI co-op. Here's the video on Twitter that I just showed you. You click on that and then boom, it takes you right to that video. And then here we go. The Northport, this should have shut her the fuck up, right? She should not still be running around talking about, we found Gabby water bottle. She should never speak this child's name again. The Northport Police Department does not believe the cloth, poop, and rope are related to Laundrie's case. In a statement to an outlet, spokesperson Joshua Taylor said, quote, these items shown here are not a part of this case or any other, end quote. He also added that a water bottle appearing to match the one that Petito owned was found by hikers and collected by investigators. So, yeah, they already had what they thought could have potentially been a water bottle that needed to belong to that case. Does it make sense to everybody? Okay, so you might want to, you're probably asking, there's a video somewhere, okay, but everybody knows that she's all like, if you use my content, I'm gonna strike you. Okay, so I'm not searching for it. There's a video somewhere of her alleging that they took this water bottle to the police department or wherever and told them it was, you know, Gabby, whatever the hell, she's a whole lie. Okay, so then,
Six Up Media.
okay, then let me drop these links here quick. Forgot to do that. Okay, so here's the water bottle video. Let me copy and paste this. People just irk me to no end. They do. Okay, did that come through? Okay. Then the article that I read is this is the article, and all of the videos and photos that I showed you are in that article right there. That's where I got them from. Okay, and this is a video that was put out by a channel called 6 Up Media. And I did a search for specific things, and this video popped up and it has the specifics. So I want to play this because I mean, it just don't end, you know what I mean? It doesn't end. Okay, let me go full screen and play.
Six Up Media, and we're back with a quick one.
Okay. Lee, can you hear that okay? Let's go, Brandon, Kimberly. Can you guys hear this one okay? Because I thought I had troubles with it earlier. She's such a trigger. I know. Okay, thank you.
I just have a quick question for Chronicles of Olivia. So when you found Gabby Petito's water bottle, did you decide then to go purchase one for yourself? Makes sense, right? I mean, look at this shit, guys. Sorry about the quality. This is her video.
I don't care what Timmy said. I believe that Kylie was parked down by the water.
Water.
I really believe that, and I've been saying that since day one.
You feeling thirsty?
So I really believe that. I don't care what Sammy said. Sammy's the only person. Sammy and Elsa are the only two people that said that.
Okay. That water bottle is the exact match to the water bottle. And like I said on this channel a couple times.
Sure is. Y'all see that? Y'all see that right there?
Brought it up.
Oh, shit.
Talked about how they keep bringing up how they found this water bottle.
They sure do.
I just want to know, Olivia, did you purchase this water bottle after you found the water bottle?
Took you to the po-po.
I mean, I think that we can all see where I'm going with this, right?
Yep. Did you see that? I never knew this shit. I just went searching and found it. And I'm not sure if y'all was talking about this woman being triggering, because she sure hell is. She's did you guys watch Savage Live Media today? The one that came on panel playing stupid? Like she didn't know. Well, yeah, well, I just came to figure it all out. This is her right here. Yeah, fueled. That's her right there. And I didn't even know that until just now when I hit play again, because I ain't never known who that woman is ever. And so on a panel one day, she come in with her craziness, acting a fool, showing her whole ass. Lee Marie, if you watch Savage today, there's this person fueled by coffee and crime, blah blah. Yes, there's a whole other story to that one. I'm gonna have to put it together and show it to you. She accused me of doxing her. Listen, lady, I ain't got no there ain't no part of me wants to dox no damn body. I don't hurt people's children or family. So I didn't take too kindly to that mess. She's all kind of drama. She's jumping up on panels. Donna, I heard that. She gets a smackdown everywhere. I think somebody said Cher kicked her off a panel. Is that, I think so. Aria, yep. I think, yes, that's her right there. So all this talk about, she loves them, they're friends, but yeah, that's her. And I swear to you, I didn't even realize she was the person in this because I did like this. When I saw the clip, I went like this till it got to the part where it showed the water bottle, and then I copy and pasted the link. And I watched it for the first time with you. Yeah, that's her because I heard her talking about it today. So the link is in there for this one also. Ain't that something? Now, next thing I want to show you is it this one? Man with the bullhorn. I'm looking real quick before I put it up there. Okay. I think this is it. Yeah. Let me copy. Okay, here's the next article. Yeah, that girl's a whole mess, man. I would have never known she was the way that she was if she didn't show it herself. Here's the next article that I'm gonna show you. And this is again during the Petito situation, which was an absolute tragedy. And the last thing that anyone involved needed was, these people. So this is from the Sun, the Northport Sun, October 24th. And it's an entire article. Who's the man with the bullhorn? Kind of comical, right? Because it's Betty. I want to get to this certain part. Okay. Okay, so to preface this, it says they're like, who's the people with the the barricaded bullhorn, blah, blah, raising hell. It was Andrew Griffin, Jonathan Riches, self-described activist, pacing before I'm sure all of us know what was going on here. It was in front of the Laundrie residence. Roberta and Chris Laundrie were still there. Now, I want to say this. What happened with Gabby, being unalived and was absolutely tragic, terrible, and disgusting. And there's no room for forgiveness when it comes to that kind of thing. And I have very little empathy for Roberta and Chris Laundrie, except for that I don't know for fact that they knew anything and that they helped him in any way. I don't know that to be true, so I don't pass judgment. If law enforcement ever says, yep, they knew, right, then, we have a different story. But it also falls aligned with one of those scenarios where I've never been in that situation. Who am I to judge? They did lose their son. However, That doesn't take away from the fact that their son had unalived his, a beautiful Gabby and put her family through absolute hell. These people did nothing to make it better. They just made a lot of money off of it. So with that said, dead or alive, Griffin yelled, her voice amplified by her own bullhorn. I really don't care. She wants Brian Laundrie in police custody either way. So isn't this kind of like a replica of what's happening today? What she wants, she wants. She's the boss. Fuck out of here. Justice for Gabby, she yelled. I think we all wanted justice for Gabby. We just weren't, ridiculous about it. Yeah, Bertolino too. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Bertolino too. Riches would counterpunch Griffin's banter with his own amplified voice. The whole world is watching. This is not going to go away. I think that that's a pretty key sentence that we didn't at the time know that this is their main drive and factor. It's my opinion. This is what this shit's all about. Chasing fame, being popular, all of the shit that they never had as children, I guess. And the sideshow of the Brian Laundrie saga continued Wednesday. These online sleuths and activists, I'm so sick of hearing that when it comes to these people, are after clues or to harass family in the death of Gabby Petito, the woman found dead at the Wyoming campsite. God rest her soul. She was a beautiful, beautiful young woman. Where self-promotion and sincere concern meet isn't clear to see. Just like today. Riches has repeatedly been entangled in historic events where, for example, he had passed himself at one event as a Muslim with, I'm going to mess these up and I apologize, kufi hat and a beard, or in a, I'm not even going to try. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not familiar with the language. And a t-shirt with the Star of David and the words Jews for Trump across the front at another public function. Griffin reportedly is active in Manatee County school politics, a lesser persona than her counterpart. The pair visiting Northport to vilify the Laundries both agreed. The New Yorker magazine was even reportedly fooled in a profile of Riches pictured at a Donald Trump rally in that t-shirt and Jewish head covering. I sometimes have visions of potential confrontations with Proud Boys or with white supremacists or with some other Trump supporter who might not appreciate having Jews around, Rich told the New Yorker. That's Jonathan Lee Rich's words, not mine. But it's never happened. To be honest, everyone I meet at the rallies feels like family. Same person standing in front of their house screaming, demanding justice for someone else's child, right? The magazine later pulled its story and apologized after learning Riches had misrepresented himself as Jewish. Dressing in cultural clothing, he said, was to test whether certain people are selected to participate in a Hillary Clinton town hall, for instance, not to participate under false pretenses. Valerie, I'm assuming that he's not because he said that this was like a stunt. To prove my point, he added of the disguises. So here's Riches in Northport. And if his behavior was online, he'd likely be deemed a troll, a term he finds offensive, a term which means to publicly provoke others. I mean, that's kind of what they do. I'm going to zoom in here so that you can see this photo. And at first I thought it was photoshopped. AZ did. I haven't seen that, but I'm definitely going to go watch it. So here he is with religious clothing. Okay, see this? All for the show. He is royalty in those circles. You find him on the internet in dozens of historic situations, things such as a Hillary Clinton for President town hall, or pictured inches from former President Bill Clinton, or as a mourner at Sandy Hook Elementary School Memorial, which I find completely repulsive and unforgivable. At the Pulse nightclub aftermath in Orlando, again, repulsive, unforgivable. The Sunrise condo collapse in Miami. Jesus. The day after 9/11 at Ground Zero in Manhattan. Even visits with former President Donald Trump, Rich has said, all of which are documented on social media, television, and in print. Wow. Wow, I didn't know all of this stuff. I knew some of it, but not all of it. Hillary Clinton for President town hall. Pictured inches from former President Bill Clinton as a mourner at a Sandy Hook Elementary School memorial, at the Pulse nightclub aftermath in Orlando, the Sunrise condo collapse in Miami, and a day after 9/11 at Ground Zero in Manhattan. Wow. Wow. I love you, Mr. Trump, he said. He told the former president. He patted me on my back. It's fun stuff. Wow. This is. Others wonder if Riches has blurred the line of observer and participant. In Northport, he's not watching, but actively involved, bellowing on his bullhorn at the laundry house, then writing about the Gabby mystery on social media site called Your Content. Unraveling the Gabby Petito disappearance and finding Brian Laundrie has been a very chaotic situation, Northport spokesperson Josh Taylor said. We don't have the time and resource to deal with another element in a tense situation. I'm going to repeat that. We don't have the time and the resources to deal with another element in a tense situation. History repeating itself, right? Huh. Jackass. Here we go. This is the part that I found most interesting. Riches, however, sees things much differently. I go to places where things happen, he said Wednesday, seated under an umbrella across from the, Wabasso house, minutes before he and Griffin berated the laundries with dueling bullhorns. Doing it for my own curiosity. This is what I do. Interesting statement. Doing it for my own curiosity. This is what I do. So a family loses their child. You're curious about it, and you fucking morons show up and make a spectacle of yourselves. And that's what you do, okay? Riches, who says he's 44 but looks much younger, please don't make his head any bigger, has a history at the edges. He went to prison in 2003 for wire fraud, for instance. He became notorious for filing frivolous lawsuits, according to the Huffington Post, adding that in 2010, federal prosecutors won an injunction against him to prevent him from suing, claiming that if he weren't stopped, the government would, quote, suffer irreparable harm, end quote. Riches insisted Wednesday that he's compelled to be in Northport, this time as a friend of the Petito family. He wouldn't elaborate, however. Then he says, I know Gabby's side of the family really well, he insisted, offering no details. Oh my God, I feel the family's pain, adding that the temporary discomfort of relief can bring awareness. Definitely something good comes out of this. I bet you so, JLR, because that's what you built your channel off of. So yeah, that's what you got out of it. But what did Gabby's family get out of it? Not a whole lot, because actually, whenever you Google about this situation, you will end up you'll end up seeing him and Bullhorn Betty all over the damn place. Yeah, so completely disrespected their child, and you're just a waste of space. My opinion. An absolute waste of space. It's so aggravating to me. Some interesting statements in there, though, you know. He goes where the action goes. Something good will come out of this. I mean, when my son first passed away, if someone would have told me something good was going to come out of that, God help them, you know. What kind of asshole says some shit like that? Makes somebody else's tragedy all about you, and here we are again. I mean, that's what's happening now. He's not there yet. For them to say, feel the family's pain. Oh, yeah. I mean, when we started on, he goes to the Sandy Hook Memorial site for a fucking photo opportunity. Like it's marketing material again, and has the audacity to then stand outside of Brian Laundrie's family home and make a statement about he feels Gabby's family's pain. Nobody fell for this shit except those jackasses that are handing them money. Here, take my paycheck. What do you get out of it? What are you getting back? It can't be that you're supporting a good channel. I'm very supportive of that. You're getting nothing but lies and bullshit. I have more for you though. I have some more for you. I wanted to check with chat though. Makes me so angry. She's out here for children, but has none of her own. She has no clue what it is like to go through real life trauma. Let's go, Brandon. I agree with you. I had heard a while back, maybe a year or so ago, either right before or right after they showed up the first time in Tennessee. And I remember reading somewhere that she didn't have any children. And I really didn't give it a second thought. You know, it's kind of like a personal thing, not my business. You never know if it's like a choice that they made or medical reasons or whatever. But now that I've heard her say this, like it's not a pass. That's not a pass. I mean, she's basically saying that because she isn't able to have children or wasn't able to have children, that gives her the right to go and exploit the tragedies happening to other people's. Make that shit make sense. You know? And then when you call her out on it, she's like, you're blocked. I'm not adulting and wording with you. Everything's my way, okay? I'm the boss. I want this and I want that. She's not even a bully. She's an arrogant, pompous bitch. That's what she is. She's a fucking piece of shit. She's accomplished nothing in her life at all. Nothing. She stands outside and rages like a lunatic and makes everyone, if your name is scrolling across her screen supporting her, people are noticing you. And you're not one of them. So the only good thing that's coming out of this fucking shit is that they're all in one space. Good. Let them stay over there. It's crazy. Yes, they take a lot of my people on disability. There was a screenshot that someone showed earlier of a woman saying that she had $50 left until the 3rd or the 5th or something of the month, and she was sending it to either her or Dolly. I don't know which one it was. I didn't screenshot it. I don't do that shit. But I thought, what kind of a human being does that? What kind of a human being does that? Like, she gonna send you half of what she got left, and she got what, 10, 12 days to go? It's all about money and getting in front of those cameras. That's why they're bringing Molly Golightly back down with them. Can y'all believe that shit? After what happened at first, I'll go there in a minute. Spends all gonna going to do a little digging on that subject. She spends all her time at local Bar Z down in Savannah. Are you talking about Bullhorn Betty? Weapons grade slut shaming. I feel like I'm missing something. She's very foul. I believe that they did. Yeah, I believe that they did. One person that can talk me out of my last $50. That's right. Absolutely. 100%. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, we got down here, but we don't know how we're gonna stay. We really need our sponsors. I hope you got receipts, girl. I hope you got receipts for all that money. She provokes so much mental abuse. These folks need to wake up. You know, the sad part is they won't until they're cast aside. You know what I mean? When these assholes are done with these people and they have taken everything that they possibly can take and there's nothing left to siphon, that's when they'll realize it. I don't understand it. I do not understand it. Supporting a channel does not equal blind loyalty. If it does, get off the fucking internet. Get off the internet. Oh, okay, down there. There's some folks. There's some angry people. I don't know if there's an email going around a couple days now, and people's pissed because of what they're doing to the community, to this community now. They're changing the community and the opinion and the way people are looking at true crime. They're devaluing the hard work of a lot of really good content creators, internet sleuths. They're muddying the waters. They're creating labels, stereotypes, negative ones that are being tossed on everybody. I mean, how do you call yourself a true crime channel or an internet sleuth or whatever after that? After all these articles where that's what they've given themselves the title of. You know what I mean? I have been asking people for the last week in the chats right before I would get blocked or something. I would say, tell me one thing that they've actually accomplished. What's one thing they've accomplished? And I hear things like, Gabby Potato, or I'm sorry, Brian Laundrie sister, come out. You really think that's because somehow they demand, they told her, you know what they did? They told her kids. I mean, go stand outside of my house and scream like a raging lunatic and see if I don't come walking outside too. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have kids at home. I don't have children that are, that are alive. But you come outside my house screaming, acting like a raging lunatic, I'm gonna come outside too. That wasn't a civil conversation. You obtained nothing. You got some angry words and asked to leave. You know what I mean? Right. Scared the crap out of them. And if I remember correctly, her children, which had nothing to do with that entire situation, that's how they found out that, quote unquote, their aunt was gone, was deceased or whatever. That's terrible, and their attitude was like, oh well, guess you're gonna have to learn today. Fucking belligerent bitch. I would too. A little more than that. Put some rocks up in that thing. Something wrong with her. Shoot rocks out of it. She's just disgusting. Dolly too. They're all just disgusting people. Just absolutely disgusting. Here's something I'm gonna say real quick though before I share the next little section. Y'all hear me say all the time, people don't hide things that are good. They hide things that are bad. It's nature. We learn from childhood. You know what I mean? all the way up to adulthood. We don't hide things that are good. We hide things that are bad. Things that are good, we tell the whole world about them, right? When you have a baby, you're like, guess what I did? You know, everything good in life we talk about. I mean, that's why this channel is here, because anything bad we don't talk about. What the hell are they so, what are they hiding? You know what I mean? There's two people that will probably spend their last penny or dollar to try to silence the people talking about them. Most everyone else, people that have much bigger platforms, will hear people talking about them or see videos made and ignore it. They'll ignore it. Not these two. Not these two. These two have a lot to lose or gain by their truth being exposed to the world, because they are breaking every side, every paragraph, every page of terms of service. They're threatening, they're doxing. I mean, what ain't they doing to shut people up? They're coming at everybody. I'm sure everybody heard the video that was sent to Savage about, you know, federal court, that he said, I won't take you to federal court. Yeah. Because, you know, that law degree's really gotten you somewhere in life, stay on the side of the road begging for money all day long. Begging. I need your money because I can't get a job. That's what you do. That's what you do. That's what you've accomplished in life. You've learned how to lie and beg. Awesome. We don't want you in the independent, self-sufficient, strong, grown-ass woman club. We don't want you in our club, because you're weak, pathetic, uneducated, and not capable performing the way that we do. See, you're begging, demanding, threatening, doxing, trying to intimidate, running your mouth, bumping your gums, flapping at the jaws. Why? What are you hiding? What you got to hide? You're so good at what you're doing, it wouldn't matter what people think about you. Or is your truth really that scary? That's what I think it is. That's what I think it is. So, it's all vacations. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, Dolly's never looked so stupid. I mean, I see why they call him Hobbit and other things now. I mean, what do they say? You attract what you're like-minded. Like-minded attracts like-minded, or something like that. I mean, two peas in a pod. Okay, let me pull this up. I only got a couple more things. Then I'll show you the funny video. Yeah, everybody's jealous. Are you kidding me? You know why they come up with jealous, right? Because there's nothing else to use. Nobody's jealous of either one of them. Nobody. Nope. Sorry about your luck. But you got none to be jealous of. You got 43 charges. That's what you got. You're so jealous. Everybody's jealous. Mommy, you're so jealous. Okay, can everybody see that? Who will she sue? Wow, I mean, I want to see how this plays out. I want to see her and Dolly, her old Jolly Dolly, rip each other to shreds about who made more money. Because, you know, from what I heard, I don't watch either one of them. I ain't giving them a view. But from what I heard, when she's down there screaming like a wild banshee, fighting with elderly men that, you know, are in golf carts or whatever, asking them to shut up and all of that shit, he's streaming her. So, you know, who knows what they got going on, but we know that they're both in it for money. Neither one of them are capable of holding a job. Can you imagine being that old and not having any kind of self-sustaining income or career. The hell? They don't, Kathy, and I agree. And that's the disgusting part about it, in my opinion. I could not imagine accomplishing nothing in my life except lies, bullshit, drama, you know? Like that's what you do for a living is you get on the internet and beg people for money, and then you want to be intimidating and scary to people. You want people to take you serious? Fuck out of here. There's folks that have been through shit designed to completely destroy them, and you want to stand on a flicking side of the road, hold a sign looking like a moron with a bunch of children and demand things? Please. I hope they take your ass to jail and you see several weeks, days, or whatever it's going to take for you to get the mental health help that you need. But until then, get out of the flipping strong, independent, self-sufficient woman club because you ain't got no place here, lady. Like a grown-ass toddler demanding their freaking milk and cookies. Okay, this one's about summer. Okay, this is when they went down there to Hawkins County. Okay, let me say this. Let me preface with this. Ronnie Lawson's a freaking piece of shit. Absolute, disgusting, vile piece of shit. I have serious doubts law enforcement has any integrity down there. That said, I can't find anything positive right now to say about Hawkins County or, you know, I just can't find anything good to say about them. So I'm gonna keep this about the behavior of the idiots that are expecting people to believe that they have the ability to solve the case or, you know, have an interview with somebody that has pertinent information and bring it back as truth, you know, to not hype it up, Hollywood it, add a layer of how much it's going to get me to it. You see what I mean? So I'm going to focus on that and not law enforcement. I realize that they're all liars, that they really don't really care about children, and that, you know, we've got a way bigger problem because of their, you know, their inability to do their jobs. They're too busy protecting each other. I'm going to keep it about the morons. So this was in WJHL.com, News Channel 11. Get a drink quick. Search for Summer Wells. Social media sleuths, again, flock to Hawkins County. Posted December 10th, 2021. Updated January 12th, 2022. So in the beginning, a group of self-proclaimed social media sleuths traveled to Hawkins County this week to offer aid in the search for missing Summer Wells. Garnering a combined following of more than 3 million people, the group of 4 true crime fanatics, yeah, this whole thing makes me want to vomit, told News Channel 11 that nearly 6 months without a break in the Summer Wells missing persons case was just unacceptable. So they decided to come to Hawkins County and see if they could do something about it. This is why I chose this article. The audacity, the entitlement. I mean, the fuck have you ever done in your life besides take money from other people and lie to them for why you want it? Okay, list their names here. Not gonna repeat them. Piece of shit 1, piece of shit 2, piece of shit 3, piece of shit 4. Okay, here's the reporter. Search for Summer Wells. Same thing I just read. Goes on to talk about says that they're seeking answers in the case of the missing 5-year-old at the heart of an active Amber Alert. Okay. I'm not repeating any of the MGL bullshit. She ain't there yet. Keeping it about this one. So we know that Griffin came in with JLR, right? Like they've been coached together. One of them coached the other. Who fuck knows which one. So they're very like-minded. My opinion, when they got with MGL, they they got with MGL because they got something out of it that was favorable for them, and MGL got something out of it that was favorable for her, or so she thought. So, how do I say it? I'll finish it at the bottom, trying to find the words. So I'm going to skip this crap that come out of MGL's mouth, but save it for later because I'm sure she's on her way. She sees, potential for dollars. We love, this is Griffin. This is Andra. Oh, Betty. We love law enforcement. Yeah, sounds like it. However, they are human, Griffin said. And I think this idea that our community feels that they're subhuman, like they don't make mistakes, is just wrong. The fuck's she talking for? She talking for me. They do make mistakes, and we kind of help guide them in a way, not to take away from them. They do fabulous work, but they do make mistakes. Can you believe the entitlement in this little paragraph alone? We love law enforcement. However, they are human. And I think this idea that our community feels that they're subhuman, like they don't make mistakes, is just wrong. They do make mistakes, and we kind of help guide them in a way, not to take away from them. They do fabulous work, but they do make mistakes. Are you fucking serious right now? Yeah, that's what she said. Subhuman? She's not speaking for me, that's for sure. But she decided she wants to speak for the community. It gets worse. She said that social media sleuths like them may be able to obtain information closer to a specific case than law enforcement at times. What I find most helpful when we're in, say, a county or a city is that people do open up to us. People that wouldn't normally open up to law enforcement because they're scared. They may be doing illegal activities themselves and don't want to be involved, Griffin said. Having a normal person to speak to that they can relate to, that they can feel the vibe that we're here to help. They don't mind using us as the conduit to get the information to law enforcement. Like, say that again. Then she says, oh, that's Olivia. Blah. Riches. Okay, I'm going to read this part because I find that he and her have, it's like they have the same brain when it comes to law enforcement and their quote unquote work. So why did the so-called power team come to Hawkins County? The short answer, according to Riches, was to make noise about the Summerwells' disappearance. We're just boots on the ground, Riches said. Pressure breaks pipes, Law enforcement, there's a tremendous amount of pressure to solve crimes that are unsolved. And by being out there, it's forcing law enforcement to act and do something, because if they don't, then they're looked bad upon. The crew told News Channel 11 they briefed the sheriff's department as soon as they arrived in Hawkins County that they would be seeking answers. I heard that was not true. It's been 6 months and they still don't have answers, Riches said. Nothing has progressed with this case. We don't want the case to go cold. The team echoed Rich's remarks. If law enforcement doesn't start doing something, here we go with the ultimatums and the orders. If law enforcement doesn't start doing something, start letting people know what's going on, because right now we feel that this child has been failed for 6 solid months. Nothing has moved on this case, Griffin said, and if we need to start applying pressure, we're going to start applying pressure. This was a fact-finding mission. She's best known as Bullhorn Betty. I beg to differ, and said that she did bring her bullhorn with her on this trip. However, she didn't feel the need to use it. This goes on and on and on of her talking about necessary tools to do whatever strategy we decide on to I mean, she just has this, you know, here we go, full-time job. Okay, here's the important shit. For those that were out there asking about misleading information, this is what was sent to them. Okay. Where's the question right here? So who pays for the trips? So Marissa says, or Molly Delightly, MGL. We definitely get a lot of flack. That's her first answer to that question. Question is, so who pays for the trips? Marissa, it says in this article, MGL, speaks up first and says, first thing out of her mouth, we definitely get a lot of flack. I mean, I fucking wonder why. People want to say things like, you're just exploiting this person for monetary gain, Zadinsky said. She said her YouTube followers have been dedicated to donating funds to make her investigations possible. My subscribers and my members were able to pay for everyone's rooms, all of our meals, gas, my plane tickets, anything that we really need. Another cost is printing out flyers and getting things rolling. What did it cost to get things rolling? All those incur costs, and it's because of the donations, she said. The group relies heavily on donations from their collective social media followers. This is all possible because of our donors online. We have various social media platforms, TikTok, YouTube. This would not have been possible without people online that donate to us and they help us out. All the money goes to our food, transportation, and lodging. That's Olivia talking. Griffin applauded the group's social media benefactors for supporting their work. Here's the genius. Everybody got your genius caps on because it's about to get good. People wouldn't fund us if they didn't believe in us. If they didn't see the work that we did, that we documented, they didn't see the positive outcomes that are coming, Griffin said. While a lot of these don't end in positive outcomes, but they realize that we are getting somewhere, they see what we are doing. They see what we're able to accomplish, and they want to support that. It's definitely not because you're misleading them or begging, right? They want to make sure that we move forward. They want to make sure, I mean, we're down in Florida. We're over in Utah. We're in Wyoming. We're now in Tennessee. This stuff costs real money. And this is a full-time job. The group said this trip was only a fact-finding mission to explore the area where Summer Wells was last seen and report to the authorities anything that they might have found. It inspires me to want to make a difference in this world, and I document, we all document what we do, and we share it on our platforms. But hopefully when we share, we inspire others to come out and do the same. I don't do it for clout, you lying ass. None of these people do it for clout or clicks. We do it because we want to help. Anybody believe that shit? Not me. Griffin added that though law enforcement is equipped with the knowledge and resources to conduct an investigation into Summer's disappearance, she believes they need help. You believe that? I say, I know better. I'm the boss and the lawyer and everything and all the things. Fucking dumbass. Here it is. To aid in the investigation, Griffin said the group will hand over any and all quote unquote evidence they gathered on their trip to Hawkins County. Notice this is written in past tense. Not to aid in the investigation, Griffin said the group will hand over any and all evidence they gather on their trip to Hawkins County. It's past tense. I look at these trips to see what we can accomplish, how we can help solve a problem. There's a problem when we come out. There's a problem when we come out to a job. That means that somebody is either missing or dead. Huh? Ain't that an interesting statement here? There's a problem when we come out to a job. That means that somebody is either missing or dead. That's right, Donna. Just like that. And if we can give that anybody just a little bit of information that can help solve the case, just a little bit, we've done our job well, Griffin said. Keeps on going. Okay. You get the context there, right? And
so this is all possible because of our donors online. We have various social media platforms, TikTok, YouTube. This would not have been possible with people online that donate to us and they help us out. All the money goes to our food and our transportation, our lodging.
I have a very dedicated, loving community that actually.
Can you guys hear that okay? I would like make it full screen, but the side of them makes me literally want to vomit.
Sponsored us through donations. We were my Patreons, my subscribers, and my members were able to pay for everyone's rooms, all of our meals, gas, my plane tickets, anything that we really need. Another cost is, printing out flyers and getting, things rolling. All those incur costs, and it's because of the donations.
People wouldn't fund us if they didn't believe in us, if they didn't see the work that we did, that we documented, if they didn't see the positive outcomes that are coming. Well, a lot of these don't end in positive outcomes, but they realize that we are getting somewhere. They see what we are doing. They see what we're able to accomplish, and they want to support that.
Okay, so I just wanted you to see that the words spoken are the actual words that the reporter typed out that I read to you. So and I just dropped a link to that one. If any of your friends or people that you care about are swept away by this bullshit that they're spinning, please share these links with them. I saw, okay, I'm going to catch up with chat here for a minute. Quiz said, I don't know, my jaded, cynical self thinks that was all staged for more views. They did do that to Molly. It felt kind of bad for her, really. You know what? Whenever they left her down there, yes, absolutely. She's right here. She's Molly for that trip to Tennessee. They were so nice. They all left Molly in the middle of the night after she paid for everything. It was bad. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. I have a whole theory on that. And I'm kind of like, shame on, screw me once, shame on you, screw me twice, shame on me. And I think that's why they're inviting her now, because, things have been slowed down. She's gotten a lot of resistance from the bullshit that they're pulling right now. And I don't think she anticipated that. And so, now they've got, Molly Golightly, whatever the fuck you want to call that idiot, had that other case that she was working on. I don't want to say names because I hear it's a pretty ugly situation with legal stuff. So I don't want to get wrapped up in that. But from what I understand, it was pretty ugly. And there's a lot of big channels that are involved in that quote unquote alleged scamming or theft of, collected donation money, whatever it is. When you think about it, there's what, 2 or 3 big channels, that have quite a lot more subscribers and stuff, like, members, whatever, than what Bullhorn Betty, and you know what I mean? And so I don't know. My brain tells me that there's an incentive there for them because they talked a whole lot of shit about her. They didn't just leave her there, right? If you think about it, when you go back, I mean, they all had video footage, right? And they told Molly, don't post anything. You ain't allowed to post nothing. She basically was like, the child that was bossed around by, you know, big bad Bullhorn Betty. And for whatever reason, she did what she was told like a good little girl. She kind of like made an ass out of themselves. Absolutely. The egos, fighting to be heard, fighting to be seen. Absolutely. So maybe this makes sense to you, maybe it doesn't, but in my head, the only way this shit makes sense is there's an incentive. So what would it be for Bullhorn Betty and Dolly? Well, they want to keep growing. Like they truly don't give a shit about anything but their numbers, their audience building, how much money they're making. And they have somehow created their own little environment where the more outrageous behavior, the more vile, disgusting things that you do, the more reward, or the bigger the reward for you. So here again, we have an example of someone who claims to be a strong, independent, intelligent, self-sufficient, successful, grown-ass woman, but yet she's not. There's nothing about her real true self equates to that. I mean, she's just not. She's like a washed up former, abusive alcoholic problem with alcohol and abuse. And I mean, damn, look at her. I don't know what she's accomplished, but it don't look like nothing. And so, in my opinion, she's afraid, so she's there all day riling up those young girls that are holding signs. She's riling them up and whatever. I mean, they have children sitting in chairs in front, across from this house, and she's going hard on an elderly man, just riling everybody up. And then the minute that the sun starts to go down, she books it. And then all the, arrests and stuff happen at night. So she's talking all big and bad, Billy ass, oh, come and get me, cops, come and get me, chief. But really, at the same time, she says, but you better not lay a hand on me. Make up your fucking mind, dumbass. Do you want it or do you not want it? But who is the idiot that takes such full advantage of seeing media trucks and people that they will absolutely jump in front of all of the cameras that they could possibly find, shake their old, whatever you want to call them, boobs. You know what? Who will go to that level? Who will wear the brightest, most outrageous looking outfit to a Johnny Depp's court trial just to be seen? You know what I'm saying? MGL. MGL is a living, breathing, walking disaster. Zero potential, washed up, has been, blah, blah, whatever you want to call her. She's like the Eminem song in the bathroom, She got one shot left. She definitely got spaghetti all over her damn clothes because she eats like a freaking horse. Zero manners. Ain't showered for days. Greasy hair. Like, that is her. She had one shot left 10 years ago. She won the lottery. They handed her a golden egg and said, you got one shot. And she's been waiting for it. You know what I mean? Here we have another Bullhorn Betty who can't play the part that she wants everyone to believe that she is. Calling in the reinforcements. Calling in the money. Whatever you want to call it. She knows MGL is going to go down there and she's going to show her all of her ass, every bit, all of it. She's going to wrap it up in a bow, plop it down, cottage cheese looking like somebody beat her with a bag of nickels, and she is walking it like it's a goddamn runway just to get in front of the freaking media. She's going to do that. And now Justin or whatever, listen, he sits and listens to her talk the most disgusting, abusive. She's a racist. She absolutely talks just nasty, vile about the gay community. She thinks it's amazing. She thinks she does no wrong. She has zero compassion. There's nothing good about her either. So BHB calls her down and says, "Can you come down here because I'm a scared little bitch?" And I keep saying that I want to get arrested, but as soon as the clouds start to cover the sun and stuff, I have to go because I just can't go to jail. I just can't do it. She's probably on freaking probation 25 times over. Who knows? But she ain't doing it. She ain't gonna do it. She gonna run her mouth hardcore, blah, 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 in her room, but she gonna have Molly Golightly come down and actually get arrested. But then she's gonna take the news coverage for it. Who's the dumber? Who's more stupid here? The person who already got left high and dry in where were they? Knoxville or some shit? Got left high and dry in Knoxville. They took all the video footage, left her sitting on her suitcase, crying in the middle of the night, talking all kind of mad shit about her, used all the footage, literally bossed her. They should have put a leash on her ass because it was the equivalent of sticking a leash on her. No, MGL, come here, go pee on this tree. That's literally what they freaking did. And she's gonna go back down there? Now, I don't want to hear no damn body talking about, well, Justin did it. No, Justin knows. Okay, he was down there too. He went down there to hang out with them. And it's Justin sitting on that panel listening to Molly call out all kind of ugly names about the gay community right to his face. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't correct her. He doesn't say, hey, that's not cool. Ever. He's as bad as every daggone one of them. He's jumping on the same train to build a channel. You know what I mean? That's all they want. So that's my theory. And yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Blowface was pissed because Molly was talking to Don. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. All of them. They all have. Nobody does something for nothing. You know what I'm saying? No. Nope. Nobody just does something for no flipping reason. I mean, there are some kind of people. I'm a kind person sometimes. I might do something because it helps somebody else. You know what I mean? That's normal behavior for humans. These people are not that kind. They don't do that shit. They don't just pull out a kind deed for somebody because, there's kindness in the world and they choose to be a part of something bigger than themselves. They're not, that ain't these people. These people lost their souls somewhere years ago. I don't know where it was. They all lost it at different times, and then they've gathered up together, decided to go on a mission for the children and all the other missing people and things and places that they can find $1 at, I say, cha-ching, that's what they say. That's all that goes through their head. So I'm not really sure how this is going to play out, but I'm pretty sure MGL is going to be the one arrested. And MGL, if you ever hear this and you get arrested, you are stupid and nobody gonna bail you out. If they left you in Knoxville crying in the rain, sitting on top of your suitcase alone with the dead battery and no video footage, you think they're gonna bail you out of jail? They ain't. And then we all gonna laugh at you too, because you stupid for going down there and trusting them. Hey, Justin, you think you ain't gonna go with her? Shit, that's why she's got you the trophy. You are the new princess, honey. She needed a new princess. She can't do nothing on her own. She got you now. Yeah. And see, I think this all came because, Blowhard here did not think people were going to come so hard calling her out. She was like, oh, this is shoo-in. That's a shoo-in. The cops are saying that the mother did this, and they're Cops are not standing in front of this family, just like the Wells family, you know? Cops aren't standing in front of them offering protection or concern. You know, there's previous drug addiction or alcohol, substance abuse or whatever. I mean, this is the shit that they look for whenever it's time to go exploit a case. They look for cases just like this because there's not much resistance from the community, and it's like they can spin the narrative, you know? But they're getting a lot of resistance, and I don't think that they counted on that. I truly don't. I think they thought, cha-ching, this is you in. We got this. I really do. So I only have a couple more of these to show you. Okay, let me get to where it's at, because you know, everybody like to copy. We don't want you to see. You can't see. You can't show what I'm really doing. Hide my truth. That's the shit they don't want people to see. And it wasn't even hard to dig up, you know? That's the shit that's crazy. It's like all these clip channels, they all have it. All of them. They've all got it. And I'm sure you've heard as so many times as I have, when people show you who they are, believe them. They ain't gonna change. Okay, here's a link to this video. And my lips are on fire. Let me make it big. Okay. Oh shit. Oops. Okay, I want to show you the date. Baby Summer was missing June 15th, 2021. Everybody agree? If not, we can pull that up and show you. Here's the date. April 5th, 2022. Now, I'm only going to play a few seconds of this.
There it is. And then we got,
Of course, let's show the sign for the church, specifically the church that they went to months later, you dumbass.
this child's knife out here, and it just is a little creepy because we're
Everybody ever seen those Halloween ninja costumes that have the little fake plastic, very bendable, not sharp tip, blah blah, looks like little ninja knives or whatever? That's what this is.
at a church, and although that this is a plastic knife, to me it just seems awfully odd.
Did y'all hear that?
To me, it just seems awfully odd for a child.
That's why they bring MGO. That's why they ask her to come down there again. They need that.
To be playing with that kind of a knife at a church. It just doesn't seem like this is an appropriate toy to allow your child to come to a church with, let alone, obviously, they dropped it. So, just a little odd. Just a little odd.
Y'all see that shit? Just a little odd. Several months later, just a little odd. Get out of here, you joke. Can't believe it. What a mess. Okay. There's this one, and then the website to show you the proof. Because, everybody got to show receipts except her and Judy Slew. Ain't got to show nothing. But a lit up screen and a whole attitude.
Sorry about that.
Okay, hold on, I'm starting this over. All right, this is a channel called Jill's Findings. Let me tap that in here because she actually has quite a few videos. This is the link directly to this video, but she has good videos. I scrolled through them after I saved this one, and StreamYard's just crazy right now. See what I mean? It is. I don't understand. Let's try one more time. Now look, now it shows up 4 damn times. Well, it didn't show on my end yet. Okay. So this is just a couple, it's not even a couple minutes. Full screen. Yes, get there. I had to watch this like 4 times and I laughed.
Sorry about that. Here, try to keep this thing out of my camera. Here, try to keep this thing out of my.
Look at her face. She's so stupid.
Here.
Whoa, whoa. We're gonna catch it on the
This
slow-mo.
thing out of my.
Boom. Okay. You see that? Now let me open up this last link right here. Because everybody can get one. It's like Oprah. You get a press pass. You get a press pass. You get a press pass. That's how it goes. And let's see. I'm going to show you how much it's going to cost. Let me stop sharing. And then I'm going to share this one. Y'all want a press pass? I'm going to show you where to get it right now. She's a daggone disgrace. U.S. Press Corps. And that came from her mouth. She said, U.S. Press Corps. Can you see it okay? It looks like the same one KLR has. KLR. You mean JLR? If you mean JLR, yeah, buddy, they got them together. I'm assuming because they got them at the same time, and they say they're colleagues. You know what I mean? So get your USA Press credentials to sports. Oh, let me drop this link. I don't know if I did or not. So, hell yeah, yo. Check it. Actual website, okay? I'll be a motherfucker. Do you see that shit right there? Lanyards. What the fudge? Holy shit. You mean you just gotta call this number Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. or email this? What? Holy shit. U.S. Press Corps. Are you fucking kidding me right now? No. That can't be true, y'all, right? Yes, it is. It's fucking true. Which means the other day when she tried to go to an event for the baby, right? I don't want to say names because I'm unprofessional. And they said, nah, bitch, you ain't got nothing but a damn card. They said, And she threw a fit for 3 days. See? Okay, it goes against this persona that she's created, in my opinion. She worked so fucking hard. She's like, listen, I paid $169.99 plus shipping and handling and postage. You gonna tell me I can't come? You know what I mean? Yeah, bitch, that's what they said because, yeah, you're nothing. Okay, nothing. I mean, you're nothing. But there it is. And if we pull it down, you know, she's up in there like pretending like it's in the way, like somebody give a damn. That's right. No BHB or Dolly. Hey Dolly, you smart enough to even know that this bitch lies to you on the regular, or are you too busy trying to cover up your own? Because, you know, I mean, somebody tells me that they got press credentials and they get told, nah, bitch, you ain't coming. It's because you ain't got press credentials, not because they targeted her. You really believe that they all knew who she was when she stepped? You gotta be shitting me right now. Really? So then, if we go back here to the first screen, this bitch drives me fucking absolutely insane. I mean, to me, it looks like the same thing. So we can get it better. I think it might be on a thumbnail. The thumbnail might be better.
Here.
Mommy. My apologies, my subservience. You know, this is kind of in the way. It's another thing.
So
I think that we should just say, listen, stop calling your subscribers subs, Betty. People say subs because, you know, it's short for subscribers. People who subscribe to the content in the channel. People, human beings. You're under the impression that subs means subservience, and that's just not true. They're subscribers. So when you say subs, you're really saying subservients or submissives, because that's pretty much where your fucking head is at, up in the clouds, like you somebody, but you ain't nobody. You ain't nobody but that dumb fool standing on the side of a damn road across the street from the home where a baby was potentially murdered, fighting with the neighbors, acting a whole ass fool. When tragedy hits you, and I'm not wishing that on anybody, you know it's going to be on public display for the entire world, as you like to say. You're world renowned, right? World renowned loser. Betty. Yeah, she's a circus herself. She couldn't do it. She had to call MGL in. Hey, I set it up and everything. Can you come down and make some shit happen for me? It's kind of what she did. Pretty much. That's pretty much what happened. That's what I'm gonna say. It's very embarrassing. I couldn't. Could you imagine? I used to get secondhand embarrassment for her, and now I'm like, hell no, let her have it. She needs it. Let her have it all. Smack her in the face with it 35 times. Tell her somebody. Tell her something. She's kicked out of that club of strong, independent, successful, you know, grown ass women. You ain't part of our club. Nope. You can't print a freaking online press badge or, you know, club membership card. You gotta be walked in and you ain't gonna get it. Kathy M, I love you too. And go ahead, talk some shit. You won't find monetization on this channel anywhere. So try that shit. I don't need people's money. I have my own. And I'm not trying to grow a channel. Normally we talk about grief. I understand that to grow a channel would mean people have to die. I care about people, especially the people that come here. So I'm definitely not trying to build a channel, Betty. Like you are on children's tragedies, you fucking waste of organs. Yeah, she's pathetic. I hope the show ends before they add more clowns. It triggers me if you can't. It does me too. I'm not sure about strikes on them at all. I'm gonna pull up this other video. Deets, I think Deets has it. This one I'm super proud of. Gotta have a sticker on your back so you can get in the door. That's right, Valerie. I'm gonna barcode. Scan your code. I wouldn't be in any club with her. I just find it completely disrespectful. And it waters down, okay? It devalues those of us who have truly succeeded in life because we have the ability to do it on our own. We don't need a bunch of folks handing us money. Nobody count your coins, Betty. Nobody needs to count your coins, Betty. We got our own. There are some of us out here that will never need to ask for help. You just ain't never gonna be one of them. You always gonna be there with your chunk ass sitting on a corner with your hand out. Please, I'm doing such good work. What are you doing? Nothing. You doing nothing. They could have run her off, you know. I mean, can you imagine? They could have this girl, she could have unalived herself, you know, because of the shit that they were doing and stuff. I mean, anything other than, you know, I heard her tell people that was watching her channel, they did not have any cops on this house. They had no eyes on her. Do you think they're gonna tell you or stand out or something? You know, she's just so damn pathetic. So I want to end on a good happy note. And if Jen, I'm gonna put that channel. I'll drop that in the chat too, because if she's live later tonight, I'm gonna get her too. I think they like it. I like it. Okay, this is Deets on the Streets. Amazing. I don't know. I'm sure everybody here knows Deets on the Streets or their channel because pretty amazing. I don't know how there's like a handful of clip channels that have all of the goods. You know what I mean? They always, I don't know how they do it. Deets is one of them. Okay. There it is. Let me screen share. Made me feel good to have a little fun. And I didn't feel guilty. And I hope that none of you feel guilty for having a moment of fun and happy and joy either, especially at a piece of shit's expense, you know? Can everybody see that? Let's see. I have my iPad next to me, but I don't play it. I use it for chat. Okay. Oh, I always forget to do that. I apologize for that. I'll get better, y'all.
Blow.
Oh my god.
Blowhard Betty's on the panel.
It is nice to formally meet you, Blowhorn Betty.
Hi.
Blowhorn Betsy, I apologize for getting your name wrong.
You should. I'm actually, this is my press pass, but they messed up. Okay, see this? They messed up. Let me see, Queen Bee. I could hear all of the talking that you were doing. Okay. And I just wanted to jump on and tell you, I know my name brings you the money. Right? Okay, folks. I wanted to come up and tell you, folks, as many of you guys may know, I have to be honest with you. I respect the law.
I totally respect the process. I back the blue, okay? But behind the scenes, I'm working really hard, and so is Dolly Vision. We're both working really hard. I have a paralegal degree, and I'm a lawyer, okay? You can't say that, but I can. You're stupid. I am not. You keep counting your coins, and now you're counting mine too. And I just have to say, I'm out here raising hell for the sake of missing kids. Cha-ching. You know what I mean? Say what? What? Say what? Say what?
Oh shit!
My name brings you money. Law enforcement knew I was coming. Okay, when I got out the car, they knew who I was. I'm famous. Not just YouTube famous, but famous, okay, with my law degree and shit. I'm out here putting myself in danger all the time. What are you doing? You're at home sitting on your fucking ass, right? Because I'm blowhole Betsy, bitches. Did you see? Oh, shit. I didn't mean to show that one. Damn it. I'm sorry. I meant to show my tragedy pimp classes. I still have a few spots for anybody who wants to be in the tragedy pimp crew. Golly, educating me on how to do that shit. I'm smarter than everybody. Making bank out here. You know what I mean, folks? Yeah, kitty, 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 kitty. Yeah.
I forgot about the kitty cat.
People out there saying I'm a dumbass and I'm not doing nothing. You know how much money we've been raking in? You want these tragedy pimp classes, okay? You want them. You want them like you want some Dolly. You know what's happening. Jealous bitches.
It's media, Karen.
I'm gonna make you want to vomit there like the jealous bitches that you are. I am literally saving the fucking world, giving you content, right? Giving you all the content. I behoove you to figure it out. Okay? If you don't know how to do it,
I was
just
waiting on the behoove. You
blow
behoove us.
full Betsy, and I will freaking tell you how to do it. You sit on your panels and you talk so much shit about what I'm doing. What Dolly Vision is doing. Well, you know what you're not doing? Anything at all. I'm winning. We broke the news. We broke the news.
I
We're
agree.
gonna
You're
always
winning.
break the news.
You're absolutely winning. You're the biggest winner here.
Yeah, doing God's work.
Do you think I don't know that? Do you see who's making the dough? You see? I had to go get me some new. I still can't fucking put them on, but
I love
did
that
you see?
You're making
I got
enough
a crew.
money. You're making enough money so someone else can put it on for you.
Yes, Dolly does.
How long do you reckon it's gonna be before there's a falling out? Because she
Know what
doesn't
I'm
get an
saying?
equal cut of
I
Dolly's
had a
super
feeling she was
chat.
going to say that.
You know what I get?
I did too, Valerie. Behave.
The D.
It's really not that much at all. It kind of smells funny. It kind of smells a little weird.
I'm dead up here.
Weren't you so proud? We were like, hey, justice. We need justice. We need some more tragedies. We need some more kids to get hurt and come up missing. We need it. We need this. Does anybody have any idea where the next one's going to be? Somebody tell me? No? Well, anyway, thank you for the pizza, the food delivery, okay? Whoever that was, we know who that was. Thank you for the pizza. It's so fucking good. I'm going to get fatter and fatter until I look like somebody beat me with a bag of nickels from the waist down.
Oh, Jesus.
Dolly loves me. Dolly loves me and all my chunks.
We go all over the world, all over the country. Everybody knows who we are. Do they know you? Oh, I imagine you're one of those people here trying to do the right thing for the people, right? Well, in my world, oh, Betsy's world, there's no such thing as innocent until proven guilty. Hell no. It's guilty till the, what does it go again? Guilty? How was it again? You're guilty till the evidence says you're not guilty.
Wow.
And I'm an attorney. You don't want to fuck with me.
Are you sponsored by Pizza Hut? Or
That's how
Domino's?
stupid your panel is, Queen Bee. That's
Papa
how
John's?
stupid your people are over
Papa
here.
John's? Is it Papa John's? Pizza?
Domino's.
Domino's.
We get
It's
4, 5, 6,000 people
Little
in our
Caesars?
freaking chats, Queen Bee. You got the dumbasses over here.
Like-
It says Domino's. See the domino?
Listen, get the titles correct. I'm the fairy here.
You listen, fairy. Basement boy, closet basement boy and shit.
Get it
What
right.
are you doing? What are you doing to solve these cases? I know what you're doing. You're sitting at home on your ass, right?
Absolutely. In my basement.
You need some tragedy pimp classes. You got a good voice for tragedy pimping. Can you yell a little bit so I can see what it sounds like in an elevated? Can you yell? Can you yell?
No,
No, but
I
he
can't yell
can.
on
He sure
command.
can take some hits from tomatoes.
You are.
I
You don't have a heartless soul, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I have no interest in you then. Who else is on here?
I'm scared.
Yeah, you're definitely a bitch boy,
I'm
aren't you?
hiding.
Who's next?
I'm hiding.
Nick's the sloth. So he's kind of slow in the uptake. So he's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Panel full of bitch boys, I see.
Exactly.
What we got going
I'm
on
hiding
over
under my
here?
desk. I'm hiding under my
Dolly's
desk.
the real man. Oh my God, you got that fucking voodoo candle bitch up here. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm dead now. I'm
Laura,
dead.
you sent me a fucking candle with a hex on it or some shit. God damn, Laura. What are you doing? Reporting, right? See names out there and stuff. You're putting all the names and the locations and all the shit out there. Well, you need to get your ass out here on the streets. I'll let you borrow my bull. No, I won't. I won't let you borrow my bullhorn. And then scream and carry on. Because it's not about doing the right thing. See, we don't give a fuck about that. We the tragedy pimp extraordinaire. But we care about freaking in that dough.
Whoa, how do you feel about Dolly tripling your views, probably quadrupling the money that you were
Whatever
making?
fucking works, okay?
Oh, he's splitting with
Whatever.
you or something?
Don't worry
Where do you
about
think
it. It's
he
whatever
learned it?
fucking
He
works.
learned it from her tragedy pimps class.
Listen, I learned from Molly Golightly, and now I'm teaching him, and he's just being successful at it. Why you think I'm hanging out with the motherfucker?
Oh, I thought Olivia was your protege.
No, I steal her work, and then I use it for my own, dumbass. Jesus.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, we're all kind of dumb here. We're kind of
Yeah.
slow in the uptake. We're not as smart as you. I'm sorry
We
about
are.
that.
I know.
So you're
I'm
not
here
going
to
to do
tell you
anything
that.
crazy out there in Savannah to, get on the news or something?
That's what
hype up
she
your
always
channel?
says.
Everybody's
You know what?
Part of your course, isn't it?
I understand the question. You can stop talking. I'm smarter than you, okay?
I agree.
Here's the
I agree
thing.
with her. I agree with her. Absolutely.
Blowhole Betsy doesn't give a fuck about doing the right thing. Blowhole Betsy cares on getting the news cameras out to my location so Blowhole Betsy can shimmy, shimmy, and get my ass on the news because that's all I care about. Your money coming to me and being popular and making it all over the news. That's how I win. It's not about the kids. I don't care about the kids. Wait, what did that Deets jackass just say?
Well, the Deets.
Deets on the street.
Listen.
Deets on the street.
You getting Dolly?
Dietz is your number one. Wait. Dietz is your number one fan. I don't think you should disrespect Dietz on the street.
Yeah, Deets on the street. More Deets on the street. More videos about Blowhole Betsy and shit.
Well,
Do I get in his bubble if he pays me? I'll do that. I'm all about the money. I don't have any limitations or anything. I have no standards either. Did you see my arrest record? Everybody gets a little crazy when they get a little alcohol, right? Deets on the street.
Jesus.
So while you losers are gonna be sitting on your ass watching YouTube doing nothing, I respect the process. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. Maybe I'll make the news. I'll give you a shout out if I do. Maybe. Probably not though. He's looking at the dogs. I'm so proud of that, y'all. I am so proud of it. And yes, I have a media press pass. It has the name Karen on it. And I can print you one out and send it to you if you would like a Karen press pass. That's all freaking bullhorn Betty got. Yeah, I made some props. I figure shame this bitch. Show her what she really is. But I see it isn't gonna matter. But hell, I'm gonna have fun in the process. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's go, Brandon. No. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. See, they can dig and dig and dig and dig and dig. There's nobody here but me. Alone. No babies at home. Lee, I got you, girl. I got you. Text me and tell me what name you want put on it. And yeah. The first time I went on Queen Bee's, I was gonna be completely anonymous, right? So I had this section of this wall covered. I hung a sheet up. I put a curtain rod and then I put a sheet over top of it. But it just got to be too much work. And I thought, somebody ended up putting my name in the chat anyway, which not a big deal. I don't care. I'm not hiding from it. She is a skank piece of shit. So, I didn't really care that she found out who I am. I really don't. She hasn't took a break from her camera for money. And she never will. And that's, I don't understand. I don't understand that. And I don't understand how people are generally believing she's doing anything impactful, positive, helpful. She's not hindering in every way. I don't get it. I mean, it's blatantly obvious to those of us who have common sense or who have, suffered a tragedy. Can you imagine? I mean, I heard one of the clip channels. Oh, that's the last thing I was going to talk about. And then I'm probably going to lay down for a little bit. In my mind, the only reason that these people, that group of people are there is because they get something out of it. So they're not going to, they don't have jobs or careers, right? So the chances of them actually packing bags, either driving or flying, which costs money either way, to go somewhere else and make a giant ass out of themselves for free or to break even is not going to happen. They have no ambition whatsoever in any other part of life. How many phones have people bought that Dolly dude in the last year? I could be wrong when I say this, but I believe I read in a chat yesterday or today, three new phones, I believe. Could be wrong, but I think that multiple people said three. One of them being his ex-girlfriend or whatnot. I mean, they're getting something out of this. They're getting channel growth. They're getting rich, or I mean, they're making money. The first thing that went through my head was like, it's so much easier to just get up and go to work. You know what I mean? I'm off on medical leave because I truly had a horrific accident at work and I haven't been released to go back. But my job's pretty freaking demanding. It's very demanding. Work on a railroad. freight train. So it's not easy work. Gone all the time. They put more effort into, what do they call it? Grifting, e-begging and grifting, than just going to freaking work. You know what I mean? Honest days of work. Build a life for yourself. Literally build a life for yourself. Create your own life. And nobody can take it from you. And nobody can, nobody can, I mean, you're just pathetic. There's just the words, man. I lose track of words because it's just so, anybody can stand outside and scream and make threats and demands, knowing that cameras are all over the place. You know what I mean? Cameras are everywhere. She knows that. She leaves when the dark comes, when nighttime comes, she leaves. Everybody's all riled up and she hightails it out. She puts on a really good show. But if we go back to, yes, that's right. At least we know our money is for sure. That's right. Absolutely. And it's always cracked me up about YouTube in general. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows what your financial status is. Nobody knows what you have and what you don't have outside of what you tell them. Well, when you're constantly begging for people to give you money or to buy you things or sponsor, it tells the world you have nothing. You have not even a pot to piss in. That everything that you have actually came from somebody else. You've done nothing for yourself. So like that beautiful child right there, that amazing young man right there that made me so proud. My greatest achievement, my biggest joy, the most amazing part of me. When he was 15 and a half and he started learning how to drive, I knew he's going to want a, vehicle. And he earned it, to be truthful. Really good grades. By the time he was 16, he had his professional athlete's license. He had his points. He went to his regionals, so on and so forth. So he actually had to graduate early to live out that dream. And judgment, I don't give a damn. I watched him live out his dream and I don't regret a minute of it. But when it came to purchasing a vehicle, it goes back to that, like what our parents taught us, the value of money, the value of $1. So he could afford to buy his own vehicle because he's racing professionally all over the country. But we did it the old-fashioned way because that's what makes you appreciate what you just spent your money on. You work for the money, so it's not just handed to you. So whatever you purchase with it, you appreciate more. And he did appreciate it. You get people like, hot air balloon Betty. And you just, she makes demands, legal threats, ridiculous statements, accusations, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's the only thing she's good at. And that's how she's gotten her way through life, is by threatening, demanding, ordering. You know what I mean? That's why she doesn't appreciate anything. People are giving her their money and expecting her to appreciate what they've been given. It's the value of $1. People have money because they appreciate what it took to earn it or to have it, to be able to spend it. That's the difference between grown-ass adults who are responsible, who know right from wrong, good from bad, and are accountable for their behavior, and people like her. I wouldn't give her $1 for anything, for nothing. I wouldn't give her a penny. If I had 10 million of them sitting in a pile, I wouldn't give her any of it. None of it. I would never do it because somebody earned it. Somebody sacrificed for it. Somebody earned it. So to give it to somebody who has never earned anything, not even respect, not even earned respect. You demanded it. You demanded respect. That's why you're not getting it now. But my last question, what are you so afraid of? What are you so desperate to keep hidden? People don't hide things that are good, they hide things that are bad. And as soon as someone starts talking about Big Mouth, Hot Air Betty, and Jolly Dolly, they go on full-on attack. The attack to silence everyone. Why? Why? Everybody knows who you are. They saw your 42, arrests and charges. They know where you live. I don't personally know where you live because I don't give a shit. But they know where you live. It's all over the fucking paper. It's article after article after article about how her own city did not like her. The school districts, school boards, city councils, local government, they don't like her. There's article after article after article after article about her. What are you still trying to hide? Because your body language, your behavior, your threats are all telling everybody, keep digging, kind of like what you're doing. Keep digging, you're going to find it. Keep digging. I'm not digging because I don't really give a shit because your life has no bearing on mine. You'll never, ever, ever experience the things that I've experienced. You're not tough enough. You couldn't handle it. You just couldn't. You throw a fit about an elderly man telling you, keep it down a little bit. You go on an attack. And you want to be a grown-ass, respectable, respected woman. I mean, I'd have more respect for her, for you, Hot Air Balloon Betty, if you were selling your ass. I mean, at least you're working. At least you're performing duty. You're, offering goods for monetary value. I mean, I'm not disrespecting sex workers at all. They're actually earning the money that they receive. You're doing nothing. You're lying to people left and right. People who, at this point, there's so many people and channels that have put the truth out there about her that if they don't see it, it's because they don't want to see it. And I'm cool with that too. You spend your money where you want to. Do what you want with your money. I'm not telling you that you should never give a penny of money to anybody. I'm saying there are good channels that are doing good for the community that they're in, that are positive. They're impacting in a positive way, whether it's humor, calling out the bullshit, whatever it is. We have some, true crime channels that are doing really good things. They deserve to be supported, and I strongly encourage people to support those channels. That's what separates the good from the bad. We build up the good and it weeds out the bad. They're here for clicks, views, building their channel, and monetary value. They're monetizing, marketing other people's children's death and tragedies. I can't really think but one or two things that are worse behaviors than that. So I don't watch them because to them, clicking on their video to watch their bullshit is the equivalent of $1, handing them $1 or $10. It's currency, it's growth, it's building for them. And I strongly discourage anyone to contribute to that shit. Not until they deserve it. And I don't feel like that they're doing anything to deserve it. It's just my advice. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm still gonna love you even if you go give them $20. At least know that you're giving it to people who have not earned it, have no desire to earn it, have created lies after lies after lies, in order to justify asking for it. And all I'm asking you to do is to ask them to prove to you where it's being spent. That's it. If they can't do that, what are they hiding? What are they so fiercely hiding? I don't get that part. But they're definitely hiding something. And there's so many people out there that are just not taking kindly to the threats. What are you going to do? Fight the whole freaking internet? Take them all to federal court? Federal court! You sound ridiculous. You could probably get a person to donate Betty some knee pads if she wanted. I mean, you'll probably get blocked. Yeah. There's a clip channel they recorded a clip of her in front of the house. It was when she was arguing with the elderly guy. And it was either that one or it was like shortly after that. Clip channels give you the content, I'm telling you. But anyway, yeah, she was blocking anybody that even asked a question. They didn't even have like a negative statement. They were just asking general questions. And she was like calling them out, being rude. Like, what the fuck? I mean, her high horse is just, somebody told her she was somebody important. I mean, maybe in your household, but you definitely don't earn your keep. Not around here. Not, tossing threats, exploiting people's tragedies. If, baby Quentin was in fact unalived by his own, the accusations, put her under the jail, man. There's no place in our society for that type of evil. But at least let law enforcement do their job. Their job. What they're tasked with doing, not what you think they should be doing. Take your fucking sense of entitlement and shove it up your ass. You're nobody. You're a loudmouth instigator, and I truly hope that you get arrested and that you're not bailed out. I do. I truly hope that. You need a timeout, like the giant toddler-sized asshole that you are. So, for everybody that's here, I appreciate all of you. I'll be looking for some emails. Lee, I'm going to print that off for you. And I'll be home all day tomorrow. So if you get some time, give me a call. I have a couple of things to run by you. She thought Dolly was going to slap her. Ugh, you going to make me taste vomit. Oh, I can't do that. Okay, cool. I'm going to head over there. And then after that, I'll go to Jenny Jen. I'm going to get her tonight because it's funny. But yeah, I'll meet you over there. I'm going to go take an Emitrax for my headache and put my ABs. Yeah. And if you go to the description page, is that what it's called? The channel description page, like all the way at the end. There's links, and one of them goes to AB's world famous pain relieving balm. If you have migraines or headaches, like I do, my accident at work, fractured vertebrae, traumatic aneurysm in my neck, traumatic aneurysm in my head, still waiting on repair, lots of other injuries. Still have the deformed arm here with ulnar nerve damage. Sometimes it's wrapped because I have to put a pressure thing on it. And I don't take a pain medication. Like I don't take pain, like prescription pain medication because I'm afraid of addiction. AB's ointment, his pain balms have been amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to go put some on my lips right now because the skin is so dry. It feels like, what do you call it? feels like sandpaper on my face. So there is a link there, and if you have any of those issues, I strongly encourage you to try his pain relieving balms. They're amazing. They're way underpriced, I feel like. And even though they're coming from Canada, you get them very quickly. So check those out if you haven't yet. And I'm definitely going to be back tomorrow. And then I have some stuff to really talk about tomorrow. Today, I just wanted to, you know, play around with some shit. If you have not had the chance, 2 books that I want to talk to you guys about. Option B. And as soon as I end this live, I'll go in the comment section and pin these to the top so that you can check them out. And then How to Carry What Can't Be Fixed. Ooh, I'll have the camera better tomorrow too, so that it doesn't do that. A Journal for Grief, Megan Devine. I've met her several times. Actually been emailing with her back and forth. She is gonna come on and do like a Q&A with me. She's kind of important. She's kind of important in the grief community, y'all. So yes, Valerie, they're both amazing. I'm gonna put links. So check those out, but I'll tell you more about them tomorrow. And then I do have 2 of them to do a giveaway with. So I don't want to just randomly do that. I figured it would be a good time tomorrow to talk about the best way to do that, because I just want to be fair for, you know, with everybody. So I do too, Lee. And I'm gonna save the other exciting part for tomorrow. So I'm not sure what time tomorrow, but it won't be late. It'll be earlier in the day, maybe twice. I don't know, man. We'll just see how she goes. So I'm gonna head over to AB's in about 30 minutes. So everybody have an awesome night, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Don't forget, your record for getting through all of the bad days is 100%. Take care of yourself.